Let's go see if that works now. And it is, looks like we are live. Yes, excellent connection. All right, perfect. Go ahead, Peter.
Okay. It'll refresh at some point for me. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think we have any economic data today. Again, everything that we're expecting is due to the government shutdown, which is still continuing now in day 30, I guess, of the government shutdown. So I'm not sure. Does this make it? What is the longest ever? Is this now the longest ever? I'm not sure. I don't know what
No, I
that
think we
record
had we had 34 days before. I think it's either
34,
I don't think it
35.
was with Biden. I think it was
All
Obama
right.
back in the yeah, 34, 35 days. So not the longest.
Yeah.
Second longest, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're getting there with no end in sight at this point, I guess. So, yeah, because I know we passed the second longest like a week ago. Anyways, so whatever. The government shutdown continues, which means we still have no data. The market doesn't really seem to care. Like we keep saying, it's amazing to me. Normally, uncertainty like this would have the market at the very least just trundling sideways or most usually dropping. But right now, I mean, it's not like we've been going up the last couple of days, but over the last month, we certainly have seen gains, and that is amazing. So here we are. And we just keep looking at earnings because earnings opportunity brings, oh my God, things shooting to the moon. Yesterday, I had such an awesome trade on Nvidia. I was only here for the morning, but I was so happy with that Nvidia trade. And I can't remember if I took it when we were live. No, what time did I take it? Because I was out all day yesterday with
Yeah,
meetings and
you
stuff, and I
took it with
didn't
us,
get back.
Peter. You got in on that trade with
Okay.
us. Yeah, and you rode it all the way
All right, I
down
can't. I
to
couldn't. 'Cause I
under
didn't.
211 or something.
Yeah, I didn't actually get to journal it because I said I didn't get back till after the platforms closed and settled for the day. So, anyways, but yeah, I was in like 10 cents from the top. It was beautiful. It was so pretty. Anyways, held it all the way down to the target. Remember what we said? The $5 billion mark was about 205.30. So I held it all the way down there before I got all out. And sure enough, that's the level at which it bounced for a number of times over the course of the day yesterday. I noticed today we're opening below that. So while Nvidia's in the red, I mean, we have to remember it's in the red from an all-time high. So we're still basically at all-time highs. But anyways, it's yeah, let's see. We got earnings. You had a couple that you looked at last night. I think a few of them are going to be on our list here this morning, and we'll go with that.
Yep, absolutely, friends. Let's take a look at this gappers. Let's see what else is in play other than the top three we'll be looking at this morning. I see you, Amy, CR, ML. These are the minerals. I was gonna say the crypto coins, but these are the minerals, right? I believe some of these. So I know you, Amy, is. Some of these are gapping up this morning.
Rare
They were
earth metals.
down. Earth metals. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. They were gapping down with the last couple of days, so pulling back a bit here. But today you see you, Amy, United States. What is the name of it? Autonomy. Yeah. So this thing is up here 17%, 1.6 million shares trade. So you got some volume in it today. And I see some other ones as well. MP, UUU. So there's a bunch here in our gap up list. Again, brought to you by our beautiful tradingterminal.com. Keeps getting better and better every day. So check it out. And yeah, Peter, again, I'm not a big fan, but is today the day? I mean, you, Amy, looks good pre-market.
It does. I think the earth metals are a good bet at this point. There was world leader meeting with Xi Jinping and Donald Trump yesterday in South Korea, I think is where they were, where they actually met. I guess that was the neutral ground that they had jointly picked. And I guess from that, I haven't heard a lot of reporting, not any details really, other than sort of the usual rhetoric that you get out of politicians on, you know, partnership and being friends and all that stuff. And anyways, however, the general feel is that the U.S. is going to need to continue to push its rare earth metal growth to be able to compete on a world stage. And as such, we're seeing a big push higher. So there wasn't any like immediate relief of tariffs There was not sort of an easing of the overall tensions, really. So, yeah, I'm not surprised to see a lot of these. So, the United States Antimony Corp, which we'd never heard of before, or, a few weeks ago, we had no idea what this thing was. Now it's one of the things we're trading along with a whole bunch of others that, as you said, are sitting on the gappers. So pick whichever ones you like, and they might be worth having one or two on the list just to see what they do. Why not? We're in an all-time high mood, right? Let's have some fun with mining companies.
Yeah, let's sure have. Looking at MP, if you look at UUU, I mean, it's a bunch on here you can look at. I think you, Amy. Let me see. CRML is another one that you guys have pointed out in the past. This one's also very active, up 11.4, 11.6. Yeah, I'm gonna look at you, Amy. I think looks. I think only this one will be on the list today. Looks good. I don't like the low price here. I like things above 10, 20 is perfect. But again, I think today they're trading very well. Worth taking a look at. So yes, let's put you, Amy, on the list here. So you, Amy, on the list. All right, friends, let's continue. So again, we'll skip through some of these minerals. Again, pick your favorites out of all of them. ARBB, what is this? ARBB. This morning we are gapping up 20%. ARB IoT Group Limited. Dailies all over the place. Float on this is 1.2 million shares flow. So very, very low flow here as you're looking at it. But not looking all that great. Hard to borrow as well on with Interactive Broker. So Peter, I'm going to skip on this one. Anything you like here?
No, nothing I like. No news, no coverage. I have no idea why this is moving. It's based out of Singapore. I just don't know. So don't like it.
Yeah, not loving this at all. So we'll move on. Let's see what else we have here. Let's take a look at COMM. This is CommScope, and they are up 8.7, 383,000 shares traded daily. Looks messy. Normally does not get a whole lot of volume. The float is 215 million, right? So pretty large flow on this one. I don't think we ever looked at this ticker in the past. At least I can't remember it. But they're trying to do something, Peter. Here doesn't look beautiful. They're trying to do something.
Yeah, they are trying to do something. This is CommScope. You're right. I don't ever recall looking at this one. Looks like they had earnings this morning. Beat their numbers, delivering 1.63 billion versus a 1.42 estimate, and over delivering on earnings per share, 59 cents versus 35. So, good morning for them from an earnings point of view. Nothing I want to trade. I don't like the look of it.
Yeah, we'll leave that alone for sure. What else? What else we have here? Okay, that's this one that might be interesting. How about GOO, or GL, whichever one you choose. Which one you like, Peter? GOOGL is usually what we look at.
I like the Google GOOGL is what it normally gets a little more volume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's look at that one. Gapping up today, 8%, 3.2 million shares traded. We were live yesterday on this one. Mike and Jared and Brian doing a great job covering that. And man, what a great jump, Peter. Give us the details for those that missed it yesterday, what we got going on here today.
Well, yeah, so I'm sure you covered all the details yesterday, but it was their first time ever posting a quarterly revenue of over $100 billion. And they raised their guidance on their AI services, thinking that they're going to be able to do 91 to 93 billion in the next quarter. And they apparently are in negotiations with Disney, or YouTube is, that we're not quite sure what the details would look like, but it would be. How would that work if sort of Disney streaming services got incorporated with YouTube? That frightens me a little bit. That could radically change streaming services. We've been talking about this for a while. How there's been some minor consolidation. But we haven't seen any of the large ones really sort of go out and consolidate. This certainly would change the landscape, right? If YouTube and Disney suddenly were deep partners. So, but anyways, Google, look at the big jump higher. Obviously, the news is generally positive as they increase their guidance, and the expectations are that they've got some, good things coming forward. So.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be on our list today, friends. Again, normally Google's not a go-to ticker for us as far as day trading, but it is better than the other ones. Like Meta is probably my least favorite as far as the Max 7, right? But Google, type the whole thing there. Let's take out the E. Yeah, let's take out that too. Man, my typing is off. There it is. Put on Google on there. It should be a whole lot of fun. I mean, it's just an explosive move. Here we are, David. Welcome to the Lambos and Garbage Truck family, my friend. Good to have you. Good to see you on there. And we still got usernames here. I think this is our Beth. This is our Beth, our good Beth here. Beth 14F N6X. That sounds like some kind of gang symbol she's throwing up there. But yeah, welcome, Beth. Good to have you here. Good morning to you. All right, let's see what else we have on deck. Let's scroll down. That is Google, and we got some more here like Crocs, C-R-O-X, Crocs, C-R-O-X. Oh, this is right. This is. I'm always surprised that Crocs has its own ticker, but this is Crocs, Crocs, like the shoe, which my kids they love. They love these things. But here they are. They're up 7.6, 202,000 shares traded. They don't trade very well. Peter, what's the latest and greatest?
Yeah, they're one amongst the many in the parade of earnings that we've got over these next couple of days. Looks like they delivered on a good quarter. As you say, every quarter we make the same comment, right? Amazed that this is an independent company. You'd think it'd be part of something else. However, delivering just under $1 billion in revenue in the quarter. They beat their numbers and they did a couple of minor announcements. They're repurchasing some shares. They're reducing debt. They're implementing some cost savings. All of that is generally good news. I didn't hear AI mentioned once. I don't know how you would AI enable a croc, but there's got to be a way to do it, right? Come on, guys,
put
figure
that
it
in
out.
there.
Everybody's got to be AI.
I mean, you're manufacturing. You could say AI production line. That's a computer's manufacturing this thing. AI molding, AI efficient molding.
Sure.
With less loss of excess waste. I don't know.
Allow people to use AI to create their own custom Crocs. Something. I mean, there's got to be a way that you can get it in there.
Oh man.
So, anyways,
if they're listening, they're listening.
No mention of AI. Opportunity missed. So if you're listening out there, Crocs executives, we got some hints for. You know what? Carlos and I are available for consulting. We'll even take a seat on the board. So you just give us a call.
By all means, we will help you. We will help you. Lambos and Garbage Truck Consultants. So we'll get in there. All right, let's take a look. We'll take it from a garbage truck to a Lambo status, right? So let us help you. Help us help you. All right, let's continue here. USAR, more metals as we talked about earlier. So we'll skip through some of those. MP, UUU, and lithium battery, which also seems to move with these metals as well. It seems that way. I'm not sure how what the linkage is there, but yeah, so a lot of stuff going on there. All right, let's take a look at LLY. This is one I thought I heard on earnings. I believe.
Yes, indeed, you did.
Okay. All right, Peter, we'll take it. Let's go to it.
Eli Lilly, one we don't normally talk about very much. Drug manufacturer out of the U.S. One of the big ones. They had earnings this morning, earlier this morning, around 6:45. Over delivered on revenue quite a bit actually, 17.6 billion versus 16, and then an extra buck in earnings, 702. Which is $1 over what they had forecast. So a very good quarter for Eli Lilly. They announced that they are spending $1.2 billion to expand in Puerto Rico. How is Puerto Rico doing, by the way? I was reading articles this morning about the devastation that's just happening across a lot of the Caribbean islands, with Jamaica and Haiti being hit, of course, with the tropical storm Melissa, I think, that has roared across that region. Puerto Rico, okay? Anyways. Where's Carlos?
Oh, I'm here.
Cuba got hit too. That's right. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I'm here. Yes, Cuba is the one that Jamaica and Cuba is the one that really heard that are getting pretty hard there. So, all right, let's see again. Not a big fan of this one. Doesn't day trade very well. Peter, you're gonna be. I know people like to talk about it, but they don't really watch as far as trading, and you can see why here in the pre-market activity. It just doesn't look good. So. Gonna leave that alone today.
Yeah. No. Not watching.
All right. Yeah. Yep. All right, we'll stop here. I mean, we kind of cover a lot on there. There's a lot of minerals on this list here. Peter, anything you like before we get to our gap down this morning?
Well, you already mentioned Eli Lilly. MasterCard, MA, had earnings this morning. They also beat their numbers. Not a surprise. MasterCard's one of those, like the banks. You know the credit card companies. They always seem to get their pound of flesh. They're always making money. So, um, they did announce that they are spending about $2 billion to acquire a crypto platform called Zero Hash, so that they can take advantage of people making stablecoin and blockchain payments. So that's anyways. Whatever. MasterCard, making money. Not a good trading stock. Them and Visa. Visa reported 2 days ago, something like that. They reported earlier this week, anyways. I usually just avoid them because they just don't trade all that well. And all the other earnings, despite having some other good earnings, they're gapping down. So maybe we'll cover some of the others on the gap down list just in case they happen to show up organically there.
All right, we got it, man. Let's take a look here on what's gapping down. One of the big gap downs this morning is the SPY. SPY is gapping down a little bit here, pulling off from the pre-market highs, and you can see here a little bit of weakness going into today's session. All right, let's take a look at what's gapping down this morning. Brought to you by TradingTerminal.com. FMC is first on the list. They're down 30%, so big drop for them. FMC Corporation, 753,000 shares trading. Just look at this daily. They've just been, again, just not doing well overall. All of September and into October, they're getting hit with this big drop here. So, Peter, not one that we normally trade a lot, but today seems to be a little bit aggressive. Oh, wow, they had a big one too, beginning of the year as well. So, again, just seems to be falling out of the window here.
It fell out of the window into the cornfield. FMC, which is a agricultural company. Anyways, they missed their numbers, and they reduced their guidance, cut their dividend. All of this is not good news. Maybe not a surprise. We've heard there's a lot of issues happening in the U.S. agricultural sector. With soybeans have been one of the areas that has been a focus because of some of the trade actions, but it's affected other areas as well. So definitely feel bad for all the farmers out there, but it's affecting other related stocks. FMC is just one of them. As their earnings come out, not a surprise, they're dropping down here very significantly, and it doesn't look like there's any recovery in sight. Tradable though. I don't know, Carlos. We tried to watch some of these yesterday. They were gapping down. They didn't really give us a trade opportunity. What was it yesterday? That was it was FI, right? FI was the one we thought we'd watch off the open. It didn't really deliver off the open. I think FMC is going to be sort of like that. So
yeah, they're tough. Once they get past that 25% gap down into that 30, I mean, FI was down almost 40% yesterday, and it just didn't know what to 40%. Do. Right? Yeah, and we're watching it very closely, and just couldn't find a strategy to play it in. Eventually, it was a long, but again, it's just very tough to find an entry that can provide you an edge. So, same way I feel about FMC this morning, Peter. So I'm with you. You're right on the ball there. We'll skip on that one. Let's go to Wolf. WOLF. So this morning, Wolf Speed, we are down 23%, 232,000 shares traded. Another great ticker name that normally doesn't get a lot of volume, normally doesn't trade very well. Here is the daily. As you can see here, had a gap up last month and gapping down today. So again, not a great ticker for day trading.
No, although it comes up on our list occasionally. This is one of those sort of small to mid-size semiconductor companies. I'm always amazed at how many there actually are out there. But I guess, you could do semiconductor design and then have others manufacture, right? So it's a little easier these days or the last few years to get into the market because you can so readily outsource the heavy lifting on the manufacturing side. You just have to be a design shop essentially, which is not a bad thing. Or traditionally hasn't been a bad thing. I suppose if something happens and everybody loses access to Taiwan, then it's a really bad thing. But that's a whole different conversation. Here's about earnings, and their earnings were, I don't know. I mean, their earnings happened after the close yesterday. Not something that I imagine it's not one of the ones that you guys talked about in the earnings call. The earnings weren't that bad, really, but there wasn't. They also weren't that good. They failed to, hit hard on AI once again, and another company like Crocs, but they have more of an, they should have been talking all about it, right? And they basically said that they are going into a period of restructuring and redesign, and are going radio silent. Haven't heard that term in a while. For the next
Oh,
little while as they restructure. So markets don't usually like radio silence because then they have nothing to criticize you about. So down 24% almost this morning, but on very low volume. Probably not
yeah,
tradable.
yeah. Radio silence is it's very awkward. CMG here, friends. We were down 20%. Chipotle. This is an interesting story here. People are not buying. They're not buying. They're not going out enough to spend on Chipotle. So down 18%, 3.3 million shares traded. I think it's funny. This one had the reverse split, right? Because I forgot what the cost was, but this had not the reverse split, the actual split, right? And since then, we have not traded it much. We thought that this probably was going to be one that was going to be on deck more often, Peter. We barely talk about it unless it's like earnings.
Yeah. This was earnings after the close, and they didn't really have that great of a story to tell. They basically said that they're being hit by higher costs and lower sales. Their same store sales, which is critical when you're usually in fast food, is has dropped, and they've had to reduce it like 3 times now in this year alone. So and the interesting comments out of the CEO, who said that some of the company issues are self-inflicted, but a majority is due to a massive pullback in their core audience. So they're saying that younger consumers between the ages of 25 and 35, with an income of under $100,000, apparently this is their prime target audience, have significantly reduced their eatership, their visits, anyways, to Chipotle. So.
No.
And I like the comment. We're not losing that customer. They're just coming less often. So I
I
anyways,
love that.
yeah. It's like we're not breaking up. I'm just moving out.
I'm just
I don't
not
know.
so into you right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So whatever the story is, the market, it clearly is not really buying it. The market's saying, you know what, things don't look good. Whenever you have to cut your same store sale forecast 3 times, first time, and I believe you, shame on me. Second time, shame on you. Third time, we're out of here. And the market's clearly saying we're out of here. So I don't know if there's I I'd love to be able to trade Chipotle. Remember when they used to be like $1,000 stock, and I was really looking forward to when they did the split, and they have not traded well since the split. And I mean, maybe today with this gap down, I just maybe hope springs eternal. I've got them, and I've got another fast food joint on my list here that we'll talk about in a minute. But Carlos, I don't know that I would recommend it for anyone, but I might watch it just out of stubbornness.
No, no, I don't think it's too much stubbornness, man. I think today this gap down hopefully provides some opportunities. But I'm with you, man. The few times we watch this thing, even gapping down big, it has let us down. So
Yeah.
it will earn a spot here under the secondary list for now. I think it is in play today. It's just can it deliver? Can it deliver? We got the volume, we got the gap down 20%, we got the story behind it. Just trade well at the open is what we need. That's all you need to do, Chipotle. So let's see if it can get it done. NTLA is not a great ticker. We see this one all the time on deck. This morning we're down 17% after gapping down a few days ago as well. Therapeutics company, and again, just not a big fan of the intraday action on this one. Daily, look at the daily, went up to 28 seems like here, and down to 15, and now down to almost under 11 here, just a little bit. So again, just dropping off a cliff here. Really not tradable. Peter, again, not a low float, just the intraday action seems a little weird. Thoughts?
They had earnings after the close yesterday. Actually, not a bad earnings, but not many analysts are covering this, so it's sort of hard to get real intelligence as to what's happening here. So I would avoid it for that reason. There's just not enough not enough analysts covering it to make me think it's going to be really active. Somebody on the inside must think that things aren't going as well as the company projected because they said it's going well. Um, but I don't know. They've got a couple of products that they're in tests with, blah blah blah. Phase 3 of Halio. Anyways, I don't know. Someone's not happy with them. I don't know who it is or why, so I'm not going to trade it.
Yeah. All right, we'll leave that one just right where it is. And yeah, let's stop here. Let's hop around. We got two big ones that we want to get to, of course, Peter. The two other elephants in the room is Meta and obviously Microsoft, both down. So I'll let you take those in whichever order you like. And then we'll see what else is on the deck this morning that we might want to take a look at.
Well, yeah, let's talk about the big dogs there. So we'll start with Meta. Meta, they beat on earnings, but missed on their total profit due to an unexpected, well, unplanned $16 billion tax charge. Billion dollars. Anyways, which, again, for Meta, really, I mean, it's not like they're going broke. Don't be worried about them. No worry about that. But because they also committed to the same period to put $25 billion aside for AI infrastructure. So they're doing fine. That being said, they did say because of the investments they're planning to make in AI and some other spaces, their 2026 expenses are expected to be significantly higher. So basically, indirectly, they called off their guidance. They didn't directly do that, but they basically gave everybody sort of notification that they're going to continue their spending on AI. Damn you all, and we're not going to make our numbers and deal with it. So. I'm not sure what that's going to mean long term, but in the short term, you can see it's pushing Meta's stock down quite a bit, actually, for a stock this size. This is quite a move downward this morning. So I think Carlos, I don't love trading this one. And especially off the open. Like you'd think it would give you some good trading opportunity. It should be in play, but it just rarely is, at least in my opinion. So maybe like I know the news is sort of bad enough that maybe we'll get a sell off at the open. I'm not sure. It has been selling off all morning since yesterday's close, in fact. So. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm almost duty bound to put it on my list, but I'm not encouraged that it'll be a good use of my time.
It's again, it's my least favorite out of the Max Sevens. This
Yeah.
one here, it really is. But today's their day. So yeah, today's their day. I'll put it on here, and again, I'm with you. I don't know if we're actually going to be trading this one, but definitely worth being front and center today, given how much movement we have out of this. 4.7 million shares traded, down 10%, down even further from their lows yesterday after hours. Right after hours, they dropped drastically here. They hit their expected move as we were talking about with Jared, and continuing to make a new low just now below yesterday's low there after hours. So let's see. All right, and then Microsoft.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, Microsoft, they actually had even a better picture. So they're gapping down this morning, but they beat their numbers in Q3 in all segments, showed 40% growth in their Azure business. I think where they're being hurt is it's because of Meta. So that's why I started there, because Meta, it looks like they have this big AI investment that they're calling off their guidance as a result of. Microsoft has a big AI investment, but they're not calling off guidance. However, I think right now, if you're one of the Magnificent Seven and you're talking about massive AI investment, it seems to be a negative thing compared to small companies that need to be mentioning AI. Because I think the feel is that they should have been ahead of this game and have already made all their investment and starting to reap the benefits. However, Microsoft had some good news, if you recall last week, talking about the big invested stake they've got in OpenAI. They had a price target raised by Morgan Stanley overnight. They raised their guidance to $650. So they're probably not feeling that good about that target increase at this point as the stock drops 20, $30. I don't know. It's generally good news for Microsoft. This feels a little overdone, but you also never know. This is another one, if Meta's your least favorite, Microsoft's got to be up there, Carlos. It's also another one. I actually, later in the day, I will often trade Microsoft. Almost never will I watch it at the open. It just does not, it's not a good momentum-based open mover, one up or
Yeah.
down, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Agreed. I think we had one good trading day out of the last 2 weeks, maybe one or two good trading days when they sold off here. And I think it's part of it was because of these gap ups, right? Like this gap up was a great sell off, right? So we traded that short. But you're right, for the most part, they don't move a whole lot intraday, and they don't move very well. So we'll see today. Another one. I mean, these two, Meta and Microsoft, not usually on my list, but today we'll put them on there and see what they can deliver. All right, Peter. As far as this gap down now, anything else you like that maybe we haven't covered yet?
Well, there's a few that I wanted to mention just because they were on earnings. Some of them I see on the list. I see MO up there, which is Philip Morris, or Altria, as they want to be called these days. A rebranded cigarette company. Altria Group. Anyways, they had earnings. They're gapping down. Not much to say there. Not a great trader, but it's a big company that reported earlier. There's just so many of them. Comcast, one of the few five-letter tickers that we will sometimes look at, CMCSA. They had earnings, and again, not bad numbers necessarily, but they are gapping down this morning. Carlos, one of your favorites, Roblox, had a mixed
Yeah.
picture this morning. They missed on revenue, but lost less money than anticipated. So I guess that's good. It's never good when you lose money, but I guess it's good when you lose less than you thought you were going to. So they might be worth looking at. I'm not sure. The volume is 2.8 million, which is good. I just
Yeah.
it's another one of these where I personally haven't had good success. I know some others have, but I've never had good success trading this. But it's there in case you want. Merck and Co. MRK had earnings this morning. They beat their numbers, top and bottom line. So Merck did good in quarter, but are gapping down. Some concerns over their forward-looking revenue opportunities. They did not change their guidance, as far as I could tell, but they did. Again, the analysts are a little concerned about. They in fact raised their guidance in year, but they're integrating a couple of acquisitions, and there's a feel that they might be in for some hard times, especially as they've got a key patent that's expiring, something called Keytruda. I don't actually know what that is for, but anyways, that patent apparently expires soon. So, what and last but not least, I had one more. Oh yes, the one other that I just wanted to mention. Since we talked Chipotle, might as well mention Shake Shack. Good old Shake Shack. Not something you can trade, but
What's the
just fun. I
ticker?
don't know why I like Shake Shack. I think it's because I went to
Hey,
Carlos. I've
Peter.
got a soft
What's
spot.
the ticker on that one for Shake Shack?
SHAK. Shake Shack. I don't. I've only ever been to a Shake Shack like twice, and I think the first time I ever went to a Shake Shack, it was. I'm going to tell you guys a quick story, just because I was in Vegas and we were with a bunch of couples, and it was when we were having a great time. I did like the penthouse rental thing, right? And we had like 12 of us all in this big like six-bedroom penthouse that I rented. And anyways, it was just an awesome time. But anyways, everybody decided they wanted to go to the outlet mall. So we go to the outlet mall, and of course, unfortunately, it was true to the stereotypes. I guess the ladies all went shopping, and the guys are like, we don't care. We have nothing we want to buy. So
Yeah.
we ended up at the Shake Shack, and it was like 11 in the morning, and we're like, but it's 11 in the morning Vegas time, which is 2 in the afternoon our time, and we're like, what the hell? Let's go to Shake Shack, and we went to Shake Shack, and I think the workers were bored. We were all in a good mood. We were joking with the workers and having a great time, and just ran the joint for like the next 3 hours, and the ladies finally found us because we were having so much fun. None of us were checking our phones, and they finally found us. They were so angry because they couldn't find us, and
Ooh.
none of us were paying attention, and we were still joking with the people that were working there, and they were all like, "What is wrong with you people?" And then let's go for lunch, and we're like, "Lunch? What are you talking about? We've been stuffing our faces for hours now." So in any event, it was awesome. So I think that's why I've got I like Shake Shack. I actually can't even remember if the food was any good. It didn't matter. I had a I
That
just
is
remember having a
yeah.
I just remember having a shake, and because it all started because of their shakes. You can have like a thick shake or I can't remember. There was another option. I'm like, why would you not? Why would you want a thin shake or like not a thick shake? Anyways, we got into a whole
Yeah, you
conversation
gotta
about it.
no, you definitely gotta have some some
Yeah,
thickness to it, I would think.
you want to struggle to
Well,
get it up the straw.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's a good shake right
That's a
there.
good shake. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it
If your
can't be
shake
like
comes
a
up
solid
like
block of ice cream, but
watery, that's not a shake. That's just dirty
yeah,
water with
no, that's
some ice
horrible.
cream in it. You don't want that. Yeah,
Yeah, no, that's terrible.
yeah.
Anyways, never mind. Custard. Ugh. All
Yeah.
right. So anyway, Shake Shack had earnings. All the long story for you guys, more than you needed to know, but I'm in a good mood. They actually had good numbers. The same store sales were up. So unlike a Chipotle that had a reducing same store sales, it looks like all those Chipotle buyers are showing up at the Shack. So there you go.
Yeah. Now, now here's one of my pet peeves. We're talking about straws here in chat. These plastic straws, man. I get it. I get it. Save the environment, all that stuff.
You mean the paper
I am
straws?
the paper straws. I am not down with this at all, man. I am.
Yeah.
It is so horrible. It gets
The-
soggy. It's like what
Yeah.
is this? I am not down with this, man. But let's save the earth another way, not with this. It's just so bad, man. When they gave me that, I
Paper,
just look at it. I'm like, what is
yeah.
this?
Paper
You know?
straws, especially if you're getting a milkshake, just don't work because you're right.
No.
They get a little bit wet and then they collapse.
Yeah.
And then you're just trying to suck your face in. It is a funny thing. Like, the paper straw thing was one of it's almost like a token. It's a token way to save the planet. Like I'm all for environmental concerns, and I get that straws can be, they're non-renewable plastics, but the reality straws are something like a hundredth of 1% of all the plastics going to the ocean. Like that's not going to be the thing, man.
Yeah.
Especially when they take your paper straw and they put it in with your cup and your cellophane wrapper and everything into the bag. Like if you look at, if you're doing fast food, just to continue on that theme, the straw, that's the least of it, man. Like,
Yeah.
anyways, I don't
I
know.
agree. Let's
There
find
you
other
go.
ways to save the planet.
Led by
Not this one.
Carlos. There's our rant for this morning. It's
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. All right, friends. We got our list again. There's a lot on here on this gap up list and down this morning. A lot of minerals in the gap up and stuff like that. Earth metals, and then we got some other ones gapping down that don't look all that great. A lot of earnings don't trade fairly well as far as intraday action. Let's take a look at some of the stuff you guys have here. We'll look at maybe one or two because we're tight on time after reviewing all our earnings for today. The mega three that we're going to be looking at and hopefully getting some good trades out of them. I'm okay with Google. The other two, it could be rough at times. Amazon, been mentioned a couple of times here. We'll look at Amazon. We'll look at Tesla. We'll look at Oklo. And we'll dive into what's happening for today. So here's Amazon this morning, down 1.3, 1.1 million shares traded. We've been watching it. We've been trying to pay close attention to it. I think it's one to look at. I think it's down with everything else. I'll add it to my list. Here I'll put it on the secondary list. I might change this up a little bit later. So here is Amazon. The next one you guys are mentioning is Tesla, which is obviously one of the tickers that we love to trade here. Wow. Good activity so far since 8 o'clock. A little bit of a drop here, down 1.8, 1.7 million shares traded. So that's looking good actually. On
And,
Tesla.
yeah, I will say just as a reminder, since you guys are talking about these two, I mean, these are two of the big targets we've got for, well, at least Amazon, sorry, is a target for earnings. Amazon and Apple was the other one that I was thinking of, not
Yep.
Tesla. And we will be doing an earnings call this afternoon. So, guys, if you want to rejoin us,
Yes.
right, Carlos? We are.
Yeah,
Yes.
we are. Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. Excellent. So there you go. Live earnings call going into the close today. 3:30, I think, is when we start that party. So if you want to join us for
Yeah.
that,
Yeah, definitely join us for that, guys.
right back.
3:30. We'll get rolling. Mike did a great job yesterday, and Peter will do the same today. So definitely, we'll love to have you guys there. So yeah, Apple, and not doing a whole lot right now. Very quiet.
Uh,
Tesla looks very active. I think I'll add this to the list as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
Tesla did have some news that I saw earlier this morning. They unveiled a redesigned Cybercab, which I thought interesting that they sort of backed away. Remember when they launched the Cybercab? There was no front seat. It was just like a cab and a car, which why not? You could do that if it is totally autonomous. But apparently, to meet some of the regulatory concerns, they basically have had to put a driver's seat in there. So they now have a steering wheel and pedals. It would just be awesome if those weren't connected to anything. But anyways, it'd be like a kid's, like a
Why?
kid's toy.
Why?
Meet me.
Why? Why would they need that in there?
Yeah,
Like,
apparently it's just in case somebody has to take over control. They could, I suppose. I don't know the real details, but anyways, they have changed their schedule for their cyber cab release and their autonomous car release. As such, they are the markets are a little concerned. But I don't see this as anything unusual for Tesla. Tesla never hits their deadlines. They're always, they
yeah,
have deadlines for a long time. Now, all that being said, where's Elon? Like normally we're always hearing from Elon, especially around earnings. He's been real quiet. What's going on
he's
there?
quiet, man. Yeah, he's just
Yeah.
trying to get his pay
What
package. He's trying to stay calm and keep
I
his
don't
mouth
I think
quiet.
he gets paid for making noise to a certain degree. So,
Yeah.
entertain us, Elon. Entertain me. Anyways.
Yeah. Wonder where he is.
Yeah.
Wonder where he
Come
is.
on,
All
man.
right.
Yeah, yeah. Dance. Dance, monkey.
Yeah. Um.
Anyways.
All right, friends. I think we're pretty set. I like Tesla. I'm adding it to the list here. So I got maybe one too many down there. I'll probably move you Amy down and just look at these Mac. Oh, I saw Mac 7 tickers there. It's a Mac 7 day. That's what it
Mm,
is. That's what it is. All right, friends. Let's take a look
it
what's
is.
happening today on this beautiful Thursday. We'll head over to
Thursday.
bearwoodtraders.com. Yes. And let's see. Click on webinars right up here. And once you do that, guys, you can scroll down and see everything that's scheduled for the next 2 weeks. Today, so we'll focus on Thursday.
Yeah. Thursday, which means we focus on mentorship. And we've got a number of mentorship sessions for you, starting with our session with Lenny that happens at 11. That's on trend trading. So if you want to join him into the webinar room, everything's in the webinar room today, then that's where he'll be at noon. Jared's going to talk options. And then at 8 o'clock tonight, Thor's going to do his very popular mentorship session. So it is Thursday after all. So why not? He takes over as he usually does. Don't forget, Thor's going to be with us as usual here on YouTube. So he'll be trading live with everybody in the in our YouTube channel. So stay tuned for Thor. You get a double dose if you want to attend there, and then if you're a member, you can go and see him tonight. If you want to join us, don't forget bearbulltraders.com is the place to go. Then you can join the webinar, sorry, the chat room whenever you want. We do have our Elite Annual on sale right now as part of our Halloween. Oh, wait, hold on. As part of our Halloween announcement, I gotta get the hat back on. Tomorrow, well, we've got the big costume. I'm looking forward to wearing my costume for you guys. So, um, but anyways, if you want to join us using that Halloween deal, it's Halloween 50 is the code to get 50% off the Elite Annual. So take advantage. Carlos, it's level time.
Yes, it is. Get some levels in place here, friends. We got a couple of tickers on deck. We'll start with the big winner right now is Google, right? So Google doing some really interesting stuff here. We are up 7%, 4 million shares traded so far. So I have the pre-market on this one, which is also, I mean, 299.50. That is your all-time highs. I mean, just look at the run this year. It's just incredible. 299.50. And then towards the bottom here, friends, we're going to mark down the low of the pre-market, which is at 2. 291, right here, 291.21. We'll up a little bit lower. We'll mark that there, and then we'll look towards the bottom here on the daily. Huge gap up. I mean, just nothing else to see here. What you can do is you could look at yesterday's action, right? Yesterday's action, there was some support after, right, the nice push through yesterday right here at 287.47. So you can mark that down. You can mark this 291.66 as we mentioned here. And you can even mark down where this one up here, 295.62, right? Some levels from yesterday's action that can play out a part in today's trading. So nothing above that 299, as that is your all-time highs, and then big gap down towards the bottom there. Let's look at Meta. Meta coming down. I thought they were going to hold this 700 level on the daily. It's a big level for them right over here. I'm going to mark it down 700. But they failed. They failed to hold that, and they ran right through that. As you can see here, as low as right now 671.43, which is your low of your pre-market, and continues to drop, right? We just literally created that new low there. So if we look on the daily, we look back, here's that 700 level. Mike was talking about this big level here. And again, we lost that into this market open. Now that's actually your high of your pre-market, 70, a little bit higher. 705 is your pre-market high this morning. So we'll mark that down here as well. So there it is, a little bit higher than that. If I could do this properly, 705, there it is. All right, and then towards the bottom, friends, if we continue to lose ground here, which again, eventually this will stop the bleeding, 644.21, and all the way down here, 624.42. Not the best intraday trading stock for me, but I think today we can see some action out of it, so it is on my list. Another one that's, again, it's traded well for me the last 2 weeks or so. We had some good opportunities. About 2 days were great out of it on this one. Microsoft, high of the pre-market, 532.41. The low is sitting at 522.50. So those are your pre-market highs and lows, and within that, right where the price action is, you have a minor level. It's not major, but you do have it. Actually, no, it's pretty good. You got a more. If you go to the left, you got more days on here, slamming into that 527.62. So you got a couple of days right on here. You got a little bit of action here, so it might be worth marking that down. And then if we look at the low below the pre-market low, clearly 517, big level there. The next big level down at 511 off the daily. You could just look at where you have the most touches going on, and Microsoft has a couple of really good daily levels there. Next will be Amy, which I might end up moving down to a secondary. Again, we got a big pop here, stuck between the highs and lows of the last two trading days. Still high of the pre-market, 997, and then above that you got an area around 1097 or so. But again, it's got some volume. It's trying to get going. Sitting in the American Stock Exchange. Yeah, I don't like this one. I'm going to move this one down, guys. Not going to spend no time on this one. Let's take a look at Tesla. Continues to drop here. So now new low of the pre-market, 450.33. Is your new low there, and again just continuing to drop, so we'll mark that low in just a second. Towards the top, we'll focus there first. Our high of our pre-market, 460.80, excuse me, and then below that, below our low of the pre-market, down at 444.11 is a good area, and then right in here as well, 435. You can see just, is it going to get back into this range? Remember, guys, we're stuck in this range for almost 2 months now. So we got a little pop. It looks like it might want to go back into that range where it's been having some time on. So we'll see what Tesla does. But again, looks good today. This drop this morning also looks very, very interesting. Peter, so our traders get ready to get the party started in the chat room. What is their list looking like this morning?
Well, we've got a lot of the stuff you would expect. Like Brian, for example's got Nvidia, Tesla, Meta. He put Chipotle on his list, a CRML. So that's what he's going to choose to watch for the metals sector. So I hope those all go well. Megan, on the other hand, is keeping it very focused. She's just looking at Meta. Mike is going to be watching Google. I've got Google and Meta on my list, as well as Microsoft, Tesla, Nvidia, and my usual AMD. Phil's going to be watching Roblox, AMD again, and Apple. Phil likes AMD. AMD on there twice. And Gary's going to be watching Google and Meta. Thor got his list in. He's going to be watching Apple, as well as, of course, the futures contracts that he always keeps an eye on. And I don't see Andrew yet. So was Andrew out partying last night? Is there something we need to know about? I don't know. I don't see him logged in yet. So he's maybe we need to give him a little wake up call. I'll give him another couple of minutes, and then we'll send him a little good morning message. Wake them up, maybe. But
Love
that's what our
note. A little
moderators have
love note.
got. What's that?
A little love note.
A little tap. Yeah. Love note. So we'll see. We'll see if he shows up on his own reconnaissance, or if we have to send people out to round him up. But one way or the other, we'll have some live trading here. Brian, I know, is queued and ready to go. And Megan,
Yeah.
I love it. Megan says you only need one stock to make money. Don't overcomplicate it. She is
Yeah.
completely correct on that. She is right. You just need the one. So, and sometimes you pick the right one, and sometimes you don't. That's trading. So,
Yeah.
don't
No.
feel that you
Yeah.
got to have these massive lists, because then you're out in the field chasing butterflies, right? Catching none. So,
Yeah. Yeah. All right, friends. Brian's gonna come on here, and we'll let you guys settle in. Me and Peter are gonna get ready. Continue here in chat over on YouTube, guys. So have a great trading day, and good morning, Brian. All right, we're gonna
yeah.
flip things over
Okay,
here.
go on. I got my platform. I think I'm going to watch Chipotle as well, just to see. I'd like to get a
Yes. Yeah.
pullback on Chipotle and then a drop. That might be a good sort of rising devil type trade. I don't know if it's going to work, but we'll keep an
I
eye on it.
do like Chipotle. I'm actually gonna move down you Amy and keep Chipotle.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Oh,
Oh, I gotta
the
love
bull is in the
Brian.
house. Andrew
Yeah,
needs to come on with a bear
oh,
like
that'd be
head.
great.
That would be perfect.
Yeah.
And I love how the mouth moves on his bull. That is awesome. Did the people see that on YouTube? Can you get
No,
a
they
photo
don't,
of
but
that
we
in
are
there?
going to get it up
Oh,
right now.
oh no!
Oh,
Oh, the
take it off.
bullhead's gone.
Oh, the bowl came off. Oh
No.
man. All right. Well, you know what? You gotta
Uh,
pay. You gotta
we'll,
have
when he
pay
come, we'll
pay
get it when he
membership.
comes back later. When
Yeah.
he'll be on in an hour. We'll get him then.
Oh man, good stuff. Good stuff.
All right.
All right.
Anyway, I'll get my
3 minutes
hat
to the
off.
market
I don't
open,
know how
friends.
you.
Mm-hmm. Say again, Peter?
I'm just saying, I don't know how people with hair do it. My head gets so hot when I put hats on and things.
Mm. Well,
All
the hair helps cool. If flicks, it helps keep your head cool actually.
Does it?
Um
Well,
yeah, yeah,
artificial hair
hair.
does not. I can tell you.
No. I don't know.
I
You gotta
don't.
ask
I don't
someone.
know. Every time I've tried to wear a wig, it's
Well,
never.
no. I
It,
don't think artificial the ones that you can actually get planted in. Have you seen those? You get it
um,
planted into your skull, whatever.
oh
So
no, God, what a
yeah,
gruesome process. I don't. Why do people do that? Anyways,
it's just
pardon me if
yeah,
you've got hair plugs or implants, and if they're working well for you, then all power to you. I'm just,
yeah.
I'll just
This is
admit,
one of those things where you just
uh,
say you do you, you know,
you do you. You bet.
and nothing wrong with that.
All
All right,
right.
let's get set up
I like
here.
Tesla at the open here. I'm going to be watching Tesla. I might actually keep an eye on Meta. I said it's my least favorite of the traders, but there's just a lot of stuff that are set up for potential rising devils, and that's my favorite type of trade at the open. So
Yeah.
I'd like to see if we get one. So I might actually even put Meta down here. Believe it or not, I'm going to replace my trusty. I have one screen that is always either, well, almost always either AMD or Nvidia. And I think I actually might change that to Meta, because I need to watch Meta and Tesla
Yeah,
here.
I'm actually taking you, Amy, off completely off the list. Not even gonna bring it down. Just gonna take it off. I got Google, Meta,
Wow.
Microsoft, Tesla, and I agree with you. I think CMAG, it's not CMEG, CMG, yeah, CMG. I think that's the one to look at today. Um,
Wow. It
all
would have
right.
been great if Meta would have been a good short earlier when it spiked up towards the VWAP. You would have got a $10-12 move right there. All
Yeah.
right, you heard my alarm. We're within a minute of the open.
Yep.
Tesla, I'd love for like a $4, maybe even a $5 move higher. And then a nice big drop. That would be beautiful.
All right, we got our Atlas up and ready to go, friends. We got our funded account here as well. Funded accounts journal is updated. That's working. So, um, Matt props. Just give it another couple of days, right? I think they're working on the numbers and all of that. Give it a couple of days. If like let's say by Monday it's not looking right, send them an email because I know they're actively working on making sure everybody's accounts are where they need to be. So All right, here we go.
All
Three,
right, open in
two,
two,
one.
one. Here we
Let's do
go.
it.
There's the bell.
Let's
All
see
right,
what
let's
we
see what we
got.
get. Oh, Meta's just dropping right out of the gate. Tesla popped for about 3 seconds.
Uh, dum.
Come on. Oh man. Oh, Chipotle.
Ooh, Meta's feeling the pain, baby. There's got to be a rising devil coming up on this thing. This is there's got to be some kind of fallen angel. I mean, actually, I don't think this keeps dropping. It's I don't know. Again, that's not a strategy. It's just a thought,
No.
not a strategy. But if I see something bullish here, I'm going long on Meta. Um, seems much. Seems much.
Oh, it's a nicey stock too. Come on, Chipotle. What are you
Is it
going
getting
to
the
do?
volume? Yeah, I can
It
pull it up
it
now.
the pro- it always I never know quite what to do when it gets that volume right at the open. So it did. It got like 3 million shares on the opening minute almost.
CMAG. Uh, Chipotle is trying to do something here. I actually got volume, yeah. So
There's the pop I was thinking of. See what it does now. It took out those orders.
oh,
Were weird orders sitting at 3204 of all places. 3208. Yeah, see. I think that's why you can't
it's
trust
going.
NYSE stocks. Tesla's also moving higher. What's Meta?
Yeah,
Meta was the one that
Tesla's
dropped right
out.
off the open. Meta didn't even give a pullback. Apparently, that pullback happened about 5 minutes before the open.
Yeah.
Uh, all right. Well, all of my Rising Devil type trades are bust. Meta didn't give a pullback at all, and Tesla and CMG are now giving too big of a pullback, which means it could actually be long-based reversals. So we'll
Yeah.
see where they're going. We do have Andrew did show up and is
Tesla,
trading. I don't
Tesla.
know what is he trading anything? I don't know if he's even trading anything. He's just watching. Let's let's
Tesla would
listen
have
in
been
here.
a good 1 minute ORB engulfing there. Now I wasn't watching it, but that was a good setup if you like that style of trading. That 1 minute ORB, and look at that, right? 450, 453, which is the level we had. That is a good pop. Um,
What are you talking about? What? Oh, Tesla? Yeah.
no, Microsoft's. Sorry,
Oh,
Tesla.
Microsoft.
Yes, no, Tesla. Excuse me.
Okay.
I'm looking at so many different tickers. I might have said a different name while
Yeah.
looking at something else. It happens. It happens.
Yeah.
Uh, friends over on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. But we've been getting lower likes lately. I don't know what's going on. But you guys are here.
Is it
Viewers are
us?
here. Yeah, it could be us. Could be us. I did shower this morning. That shouldn't be coming through the mic though. But yeah, hit the thumbs up, friends. I appreciate you guys. Um, let's see here. All right, Tesla. Wow, Tesla back down. Look at this drop here.
Yeah,
Wow,
I shorted Tesla.
you
And
did. Okay, good for you. Yeah,
it's sort of bouncing on me here. I don't know where it's gonna go. It's a little sketchy. It was looking good for a second, and then now it's
yeah.
popping up on me. Didn't get a great entry, so I might get stuck.
It's trading so weird, man. And then so far, it's sold off so much this morning. Into this open, it's very tough spot that it's in right now. Um, just really doesn't know what it wants to do. Microsoft's trying to get something going here. That could be setting up for a good 5 minute ORB. We got to just kind of wait here. We got another couple of seconds left on Microsoft. Meta is Wow. We're going to get a good play, guys. We just got to be patient. We're going to get a really nice trade today. I can feel it. There's a lot happening with Meta, Google, and all these stocks. We just got to wait for the setup. Don't jump the gun and wait for that entry
Andrew,
signal.
the Ender index is going against me.
I was
Ender's
going to
gone
say, yeah.
long.
Yeah. It's long on
I don't
Tesla. This is
know.
trying to regain that VWAP. It's a tough spot, man. You guys are both in a trade that can work in both ways. It's
Mm.
it's a tough one. I do say the five
This is a
minute
problem
ORB.
when I go and I
Yeah.
try these things. I seem to always get it wrong. I just always get it
Mm.
wrong, and it really drives me crazy. I don't understand why, unless I've got my very specific setup, it never works for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Big T trader. Sometimes when I hit the thumbs up, it doesn't count. It might be because you got to refresh. Like YouTube is weird, but I see it going up now. 277 likes. Thank you guys. Almost 1,200 people watching. So, yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. All right. So here is, man, Tesla is tough, man. I can't. I want to trade it, but I can't tell what it wants to do here, and I don't have a setup there. Meta. Meta. Oh, are we like on Meta? Meta's pulled back here. There could be showing some weakness. And is this thing gonna sell off some more? I was thinking like an engulfing to go long on it, but it's not ready for that. It's not ready for that. Tesla's ugly, guys. I know you're in it, Peter, and you might be green now, but it is trading very ugly. Whether you want to go long
Yeah,
or
I actually got
short.
stopped out.
Oh,
I
you
got
did? It's
stopped out
trading
and then
ugly.
went back
Yeah.
in. I went back in, and
Yeah, it's not trading well, man.
like it's
It's
horrible. I
not
just
trading
got
well.
stopped out of
No.
break even. Yeah.
Oh, it's not trading well. Oh, Andrew is short Meta. Okay, I like that trade because if it could be a good 5 minute ORB, if it can show some weakness. So see if Meta can show some weakness here. Microsoft also just not doing anything. Look at that. Tesla's just playing games, man. It is because I'm looking at it now, like I'm thinking, okay, if we can go off on the 5 minute, it could be a great short below 450. We'll take a short towards 449. Or if it goes above the VIAP, it could be a good 5 minute ORB. But it's doing neither.
No.
And that's frustrating. See right now, now you're getting the 5 minute engulfing on it. Not yet, but it's giving you hints of trying to do that, but it's not doing it. So it's ugly right now. CMG, it's not looking great right now. Okay. Oh, CMG, 5 minute RB above VWAP, VWAP breakout. Now I'm gonna go long. Yeah, I'm gonna go long CMG, friends. So long CMG. I like this setup here. Volume it's okay. Stop loss 3185-ish, 3190-ish, around that area. So let's see what CMG does if we can get something going here. CMG. Let's see. Stay above the VWAP. Hold the VWAP. See if we can do that.
Damn it.
It's got to make a new high. It
Where's
made a new high here, but then rejected right away. That's not good. It's not good. I needed to hold. Imtia Ranja. Welcome. Welcome, Lambos and Garbage Truck family. Good to have you. Glad to see you here. And thank you for the support. Appreciate you. All right. Chipotle, let's see. Oh, there it is. There it is. Come on. You can do it. Guys, funded account is nice and active. Oh, I messed up. Yeah, we got to. I don't like that button. Andrew's right. This button, we got to change it. This max button. Because I just hit it by mistake, and that's not realistic. I wouldn't take 2,265 shares on this trade on CMG on my funded account. Right. So no, yeah, because I meant to hit the drop down, and if you hit the green one, it's gonna buy you in. Um.
Mm.
So yeah, I don't like that. Uh, I'm risking way too much, and we're doing so good on our account. I don't want to be risking this much. So we're gonna take off. Soon as we're green, we're gonna take some off. But yeah, it's not ideal. It's not ideal. All right, see what Chipotle does here, friends. What are you guys doing right now? CMBM? What's that? Never heard of that ticker. CMBM?
CMBM. Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Coach Alberto.
CMBM. Cambium. Cambium Networks.
Hmm. Oh. Uh. Under $6 here. Yeah, be careful with that. Careful. I personally don't like it, but all right, here it is. I'm gonna be nice, and I'm gonna take a 50% partial on Chipotle because I wouldn't take 2,000 shares. Right, so I want to trade more. I want to trade the funded account a little more realistic. So, here we took that off because we bought way too much. Now we got a decent amount, 1,100. That's reasonable for that trade. So let's see if it goes. See if it plays out here. Chipotle is a nicey stock, and these stocks, their trading activity is so much different than a Nasdaq ticker. And you can see that
Yeah,
here.
they're tough.
They're tough. They're tough. So nice. No, yeah, I don't want another BYND. I don't want another BYND. BYND is messing up our numbers. On our funded
There we
account, we
go.
don't want that.
There we go. Come on.
Are you in something?
Yeah, I'm short Tesla again, but I have an
Oh,
absolutely
okay.
horrible
Oh,
entry.
okay,
Horrible
okay.
entry. And but I did get the breakdown, so I can
Ah,
take a little
Chipotle
bit
is
of a
trading
partial
here.
here below 449.
Nice,
I
nice.
knew I've just wanted this Tesla breakdown. I'm very disappointed that again once again I chickened out and stopped at break even. This would have been a great trade if I'd kept my shares that I went
Yeah,
short at the VWAP. Anyways, like Carlos, I still, I don't understand why I'm struggling. So I know why I'm struggling so much. I've traded one way for so long. It's really hard for
yeah,
me to
yeah,
wrap my head around how to change my style of trading for the open. So,
yeah, man. I get it. I get it. Chipotle is holding above 31.90, 31.85 ish is our stop here. So let's see if it can actually hold the V up and head high. Right now, it's not looking too good. Tesla, man, it actually did do a great engulfing 5 minute breakdown. Here, I wish I would have been watching that instead of playing around with Chipotle here, but that actually was a good short, man. Not an easy one though. Not an easy one.
and I'm back out of Tesla because it came back up. I'm frustrated with myself on this. Now I've got to make up my
Yeah,
losses later on this morning. Never a
yeah.
position you want to put yourself into. Oh
Yeah,
well.
Tesla was trading tough, man. It was just wild this morning. It still is. Microsoft, another one that again is just still within that 5 minute range. Like if you look at the 5 minute charts, it's still back and forth between the high and the low of that 5 minute. So it's not really looking too great right now. So
No.
um, Meta at the VWAP, I think Meta wants to go short, but is struggling here. Just watching CMG. We might be getting out here. 31.85 is our stop. We need to hold the VWAP. Uh, if we don't, yes. Then if we don't, if you get a VWAP breakdown retest, it could be a great short back to the low of the day. So But you gotta wait for that setup. Gotta wait for that setup to take place here. Look at Tesla just shoot back up, right? Oh man. So yeah, so right here, if you get the VWAP, wait for the candles to low. So here's the
Carlos,
breakdown.
your mic's doing
Yeah,
the crackly thing again.
it is. Reset it. I don't know when it decides to do that.
Sometimes he's got to touch that little
Okay,
connection,
just yeah, just reset it.
reconnect it.
Hopefully that's better. Yeah.
There you go. Sounds better now. Yep.
This cable's almost out. Oh yeah, I think.
Tesla all the way back up to VWAP. Doesn't look like it's Tesla's going to have a big sell-off day. I mean, it's down 2%, which is about $10, but we'll see what it does back up here.
Yep. Sorry. Put it on mute as I was testing to make sure you were not getting no crackling.
Yeah, sorry, and I was staring at Tesla trying to figure out what it wants to do.
Oh, level 2 on CMG is not looking good. So it's a lot of bits down at 32. That's not in my favor. We're going to stick to our stop. We're not going to rush this. 31.85 is our stop. So we'll stick to it. But
Yeah, you might survive because it might take out those ones at 32 and then do a
yeah,
reversal. It's
that's
tough
what
to
I'm
say,
hoping,
but
man. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. So we'll see. Tesla. What? Look at Tesla breaking above the VWAP here. This
yeah.
might be
Tesla's
a
got
good
some
setup.
topside orders. Yeah, I don't know. It does look like, there's more orders above than below, but people keep throwing in these big orders just below the active price. So I'm not sure where this thing wants to go today.
Yeah. Faizan is not waiting. He's like, I am long Tesla. Very nice. Very nice. So you're long Tesla here. Yeah, AMD also looks like a possible VWAP breakout as well. So if you look at AMD, same thing, right? We got the breakout going. We need the retest and then the push higher. So let's see if it can get that set up in place. CMG holding 32, barely, just right above it. Here's 32. Here's where we have a lot of orders, this 32 area. Our stop 31.85. Hopefully we can survive and pull away from that. So nothing to do here but just wait on Chipotle. And the volume keeps dying down. The more the volume like dwindles off here, the harder it is to get breakout moves, right? Especially on nicey stocks. So all right, that's a good push there on Chipotle. Oh, Tesla. You guys take Tesla? You guys called it. You've been talking about it. Did you guys take it long? It did that very quick.
Mm-hmm.
It did that very quick.
Well, like I said, there's still a bunch of orders sitting up at 455, so it makes
Wow.
sense that it might go target those.
Faizan, you got your win, man. You're in Tesla now. You're up $3. I mean, that's good. So yeah, that's pretty good depending on how you do your trade management. Wow, I would have been in this trade, guys, with you. I would have been in this trade, and the ask are looking great. Atlas is looking bullish. Man, this was our trade. This is textbook. This is textbook VWAP. I'm actually gonna I know I didn't trade it, but I'm actually gonna take a screenshot for my course here because this is a textbook trade, man. It doesn't get cleaner than that. So I'm just gonna take a screenshot. Because although we didn't take it, that is what we look for. AMD's doing the same
You're getting
thing.
a Chipotle. Don't lose sight of
Yeah, I'm
that.
looking at it. Yep, I'm looking at it here. We're coming up to our break even here. Um, hopefully we could break higher because we got in. Here it is. We got in, yeah, 3250-ish. That's where we're in. So let's see if
Oh,
we
I see.
can, yeah, get our move higher.
Hmm.
And our stop did a great job here because our stop, where we put it, 3185. Why? Because we knew we need to survive these moving averages. If it's gonna pull back, we want the VWAP to do its job, and I think it's about to do its job here. Holding the line, came back to retest. Let's see if we can get the high of the day breakout here above 3269, and see if we can get into our at least 1 hour and start partialing. So good job, VWAP, holding it here. Let's see if the continuation pays off. Um, Tesla making a new high here. Microsoft's so garbage, guys. It is trading like so much crap today. It's still within that 1 minute, that 5 minute range, and it really has not done much. So it's been a really tough cookie to crack today. Let's go CMG. Let's break that. Wow, Roblox. Look at that. RBLX had a really beautiful drop here. Nice breakdown. Amazon also not doing a whole lot there. Oh, man. Tesla burns. That is such a good trade.
Tesla, yeah, Tesla did make a good move there. Anders long Tesla looking for a move higher, so I wish I was in that. Like you said, it was a good move. I can't hear you, Carlos. If you're,
Oh, I'm not chatting. No, I'm typing away here
oh,
to
okay.
my pops.
All right. Just wanted to make sure it wasn't me. Okay. Yeah, Microsoft looks like it wants to break down here, but you just don't know with Microsoft. What does the Atlas tell me? Chipotle doesn't look good anymore to the top side. Anyways, Microsoft. What is Microsoft? Microsoft looks. Uh,
All right.
oh, the only orders on Microsoft are to the down. That's not that far down at 528.
Uh, yeah, Google's showing Harmon. Yeah, Google's showing some strength here. A lot of things are starting to head higher, except Microsoft. But look at Tesla trying to get going. Meta, CMG is trying to get going. So we did get above our break even here, but it's still hasn't given us the breakout that we need. Um, so
Mm. Yeah, see, that's what makes Microsoft really hard to trade. Mm-mm-mm. All right. Well, I'm not seeing another. I'm not seeing a trade right now.
Yeah. Same here. I'm still in CMG, so just kind of waiting for this to see if we can get our breakout and and start taking some partials here. Juan Cruz, yeah, weird day. Yeah, yeah, it's actually it was not as great as I thought it was going to be. I had a lot of good hopes for this day as far as opportunities being presented, right? And
Hmm.
they were not clean, man. Tesla was very ugly at the open, and Microsoft. Look at Microsoft. I mean, we know Microsoft can trade pretty bad, but today's just ugly. Google was probably the only one that traded very nice to the downside. So yeah, Google did have a beautiful drop here, nice recovery. Looks like it wants to break our V. This is our setup here. Let's see if we can get the pullback. Looks like it wants to go higher. Um, Tesla did give you the VWAP breakout, but it didn't move a whole lot based on our entry. Our entry would have been here. So not a maybe 1.5 hours, right? If that. Maybe two, depending where you put your stop, how tight you put your stop. So, but again, right back down to the VWAP. So still back within this 5 minute range. Which again, it's not bad. The 5 minute range is not bad. You could still, you know, this 5 minute range is like $2.50. So it's not a bad thing if you catch the top and bottom. So, Ben RGTI. Let's take a look here. Good buddy Paris. Trying to break the high of the previous day close, rejecting there. Yeah, don't see a play right now on it. Quantum active. Yeah, I don't see a setup for me personally at the moment. Things are coming back down. Tesla. Meta was another potential breakout. Not the cleanest and prettiest, but potential there as well. How does Google look on Market Atlas? Any orders above 300? Let's check. I have not looked at Google on Atlas. Let's take a look here. Oh, all right, good Atlas. Here it is. What do we got? Above 300. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You got orders. You got tons of orders right at 300. So it does look very, very bullish on Atlas here. Very, very bullish. All right, CMG, let's go. Finally getting some momentum here, breaking a new high. Very good. Very
Keep
good,
going,
very good.
CMG.
Yeah, yeah. Get to that 32.90 will be a nice spot to start taking some partials in. It's typical nicey stock, man. This is typical nicey stock movement. Um, and CMG. This is how CMG trades. And when we watch it, this is why we don't love it. Because this is exactly how they trade. They just don't get these nice, clean breakouts. Although they have a lot of company today, right? They have a lot of company that normally does not trade like that. Tickers like Tesla usually trade much better, are not trading as clean today. So you got some company here. Roblox, the same thing. Could be a hit or miss. Also a nice easy ticker. Just do it, my friend. Just pop, pop, pop. Guys, we got a lot going on today. We got some really fun stuff for you. So me, Peter, and I, and the rest of the gang are going to be on at 3:30 for our earnings. So 3:30 will be on into the close. So we have who is it today? Test no, we had Tesla already. I forget. Amazon? Yes, Amazon, and of course, how can I forget Apple? Amazon and Apple earnings tonight. We're also going to include Coinbase. Coinbase could be interesting, so we'll look at these three tonight. This afternoon, 3:30. We'll be live here right on YouTube. And then later tonight, friends. Later tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern time. I'm gonna be with you guys here
Later,
for a
later.
webinar. Yeah, later. Come to webinars right at Trading Terminal. Click on that. It's completely free. And join me as we're going to look at the top trading tools for beginners, stuff that you must have. And as I'm preparing this presentation, man, I'm looking at the stuff that me and you have, Peter, when we started trading. Wow, slim pickings, man. Because
Yeah.
I'm just I have an old webinar that I'm updating with all the new stuff, keeping the same format.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, we don't have this anymore. This is better. Well, I don't need this. This is better. And a lot of
Yeah.
it it's available in Train Terminal. Like this thing, I can get almost everything I need in Train Terminal. So we'll look at that. It has been almost 10 years, not quite all time. It has been about 8 years, eight, about 7 to 8 years, right? So not
Yep.
10 yet. I started sim trading 2017 is when I joined Bearable Traders, Vancouver Traders, not even Bearable Traders, Vancouver Traders. 2017 became a
Yep.
member. And man, has things changed since then. So join me for that. I'll send you the link right here. Again, put it in your calendars tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So we'd love to have you guys there. As we sit and wait for CMG to do something, and it's just not doing anything. Nvidia, yeah, Nvidia looking decent here, bouncing off the VWAP. Tesla trying to get going. Microsoft stuck in the mud there. Meta, Google. Yeah, I don't know about these. Bin and I agree. And I did. Yeah, I did notice that that I might be here for a while. Yeah, I did think about that. CMG, we might get our move. Like this could take 2 hours, just going back and forth here. But we'll be actively looking for something else. I just don't see nothing else to trade with you guys right now. Amazon, and I think you guys might have called this out. This VR breakout here. So Amazon, wow, Amazon, yeah, it's a beautiful trade.
Mm.
Beautiful setup.
Whoa. Look at that. Andrew's having a bad day.
What
Yikes.
is it? Tesla?
He's
Tesla? Or which one?
what was he trading? He was trading Tesla, yeah. He was trading Meta,
Yeah, they're
and
garbage. They're trading. They're letting
it
us down, man.
didn't work out for him. Yeah.
They're letting us down today, man. These stocks, they're
Oh,
horrible.
Tesla. I was looking to go short Tesla again off of that VWAP, but I
Yeah,
didn't pull
and
the
they're
trigger.
giving. You know what is the worst part? That they're giving us like the signal. Like you're getting the signal. Hey,
Hmm.
I'm gonna go short, and it's kind of giving like a stutter step, and that's not do what it would normally do when we see those signals, right?
So
And that's
are
tough.
you,
Yeah,
once you're in a trade, are you in for do or die? Like it makes the move or doesn't? Because this Chipotle, like I'd be tempted
it's
if you're at
painful.
break even, just to
Yeah,
say,
I just
you know
wait.
what? It's not worth it. Get out at break even.
No,
You wouldn't do that?
I just I'm gonna wait. The money's
All
gone
right.
already. That's it. The risk is gone. The
Okay.
market has
All
it.
right.
It's whether we win or lose now. Now,
Okay.
if I start seeing something like complete deteriorating, right? Like right now, we're just stuck in a very tight chop. But if I see something like
Right.
deteriorating, like okay, we're getting lower, and before it hits my stop, I'll get out of the trade, right? If it shows signs of like a lot of weakness or whatever, right? But right now, we're just this is a good signal for me. Like this VWAP hold here was great. This pop here, okay, you gave me something. You gave me something to look forward to. and now it's just sideways, right? So I'm hoping that we just get another pop. If I start seeing it come back to the V up, and now the V up is a little bit higher, notice how the V up is higher from my stop loss. If we lose the V up now, I might get out even earlier than my 31. Actually, our stop is all the way down here, guys. 31.50, right? I might get out if we lose the V up now, right? Like I'm not gonna wait to my 31.85 stop. So um, so we'll see. And I know it might seem far out, but that's only really $1, right? So it usually it's not a whole lot that we're risking here. So yeah, yep. But yeah, let's see CMG. 33 might be great. 33. There it is. Gives you the fake out. Like I wouldn't trade it now, guys. I wouldn't get in it now. I again, me personally, right? If you have a strategy, go for it. So you're long. Oh, Hem is long. Oh, you're long CMG now. Okay. Well, hopefully it works. You don't have to wait as much as I did. Hopefully your waiting
Hopefully.
pain is less than mine. Throw up Roku just cuz? Yeah, we'll absolutely do it. Roku. Wow, yeah, look at Roku. Quietly, very quietly, just grinding higher. We have a lot of great members with Roku. Up 2.6 today, 60,000 shares traded. It's a very nice move there on Roku. Here we are, pushing higher. But let's not celebrate a win yet. Like I told my son, stop celebrating before the shot goes in. We play basketball inside the house. We got this little court, and man, we play all the time. And and I think it's you think it's Steve Curry or something. You think it's Curry? He throws up the ball, and just like starts celebrating. I'm like, boom, like, bro, why are you celebrating before you made the shot? Like, can't be doing that. It's so much fun, man. Competition is awesome. Um,
uh, Hemu, yeah, I took trades. I was trying to short Tesla, and I was a little too aggressive on it. So I'm sitting in a red day so far because I tried to short Tesla, did not manage it well again, and I could have been green if I'd managed it better. Same trades, better management would have been a different scenario. So now I'm just waiting for some next opportunity. Hopefully, I'll have a chance to make it back on my core trades midday, but I don't know. Right now, with everything just hanging around the VWAP, that's not good. It doesn't
yeah.
give me the trade opportunities I look for. So,
DF K9 KN9LYL. Man, this thing's got to change.
I
YouTube,
know.
get it
So these
together. Get it
names
together,
are like,
YouTube. Whatever serial number this is. So yeah, you took CMG with us, and you are up 2K, 75% off from your shares. That's beautiful, man. I'm so glad to hear that. Hopefully, you still got some left for this move here. Here we go. Come on, get 33. You can do it. Um, we gotta get at least 1 R to make this worth our while, at least. Mentally likes her low volume trackers. I gotta tell you, low volume stocks, when they get going, there's nothing like pulling them down. They'll just keep going and trekking higher and higher. So you could get some really good moves. 100%, 100%. Um, they can move very, very well. So uh, this is taking a sweet time, CMG. All right, here's our beautiful funded account. Our journal's back and playing nice, so that's good. Let's take a partial here on our funded account. We'll take 25%. That's good. We'll do that there. We So we were been talking about this button here. So I came in, I tried to do the drop down to buy less, like 50%. And by mistake, I hit the green one, right? The green one buys max buying power. So here we bought everything. We had like, I don't know, like 4,000 shares or something. I forgot what it was. So did not meant to do that. So as soon as we went green, we took some off. Mainly breaking. We didn't make anything off of that. And then now we have a reasonable amount, 850 shares for a stock that's $32. That's reasonable, right? So um, don't gamble with this, guys. This is an amazing tool, and if you could trade with it like you would your actual account and start building those habits, it's 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 gonna you're gonna thank yourself later, 100%. So yeah, be reasonable with it, and I think that's what Andrew's trying to teach you, and that's what he wants out of this thing. Is super expensive? What is expensive? The stock?
Life.
$32. Life life is expensive. Kids are expensive. Kids are expensive, man. It's they don't tell you how expensive they are, but they are expensive. But it's worth every penny. So for a funded account, you can only get it on premium account. Yeah. No, I don't know. I don't know if it's I wouldn't consider that expensive, but again, expensive is relative, right? Um,
Right.
it's relative to where what you see the value in it, right? So we think there's value in it at that cost. But if you don't, don't buy it, right? You don't have to pull the trigger, and that's where uh where you got to make that decision, right? Uh, Chipotle, come on, baby. Okay, here we are. Let's take a partial here. Let's take another 25% on our funded account, and then we're also going to take it here on our actual account. So let's take a partial here now. We're well. Yeah, that's good. That's a good partial there. 33. We're getting our move, friends. Took a while. Took just 9:38. We took a while. It's only not even 45 minutes yet. We're coming up to 45 minutes. For us day traders, that's a long, long time.
Mm-hmm.
Look how realistic this is. I got partial filled up here. You see that? On the
Uh,
funded account. That is really that is legit, man. That is legit. Let's see if we get the rest of the fills here. Wow, Tesla dropping. There it is. Oh, I think it filled.
yeah, I
Maybe.
know. Tesla's dropping. Dang it.
Yeah, Tesla's dropping hard, friends. Oof, oof, oof. Come visit me. You're in Italy. I would definitely go to Italy. I would definitely. All right, we're gonna be patient with our move here on CMG. Chipotle delivering nicely today. Very, very good.
I hear all sorts of bonging going on. I think it's on Andrew's computer. It's
What's he doing?
happening.
What's he doing?
I don't know. He said he's being attacked by a bot. It sounds like it.
And the computer? Oh, it's not
Bong
good.
bong 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 bong. You know those pop-ups that like
Yeah.
just
Oh, our good buddy Mental Game. Guys, Mental Game joining the our Lambos and Garbage Truck gang here. Mental Game's been with us for a while, man. Welcome, welcome. Good to have you. Always great to see you in chat, my friend. So thank you for joining Lambos and Garbage Truck fam. Appreciate you, man. How you doing? Hope you're well. Oh, baby. Look at you, Chipotle, giving us extra guacamole on our bowl. Love it. Look at that. All right, partial here. What levels do we have on this thing? Pre-market high, I think is coming up. Pre-market high 33.50. Okay. 33.50. Dun, 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 dun. Cannot trade today, but listening to us while driving. JC Trader. That's awesome, man. Thank you. Pull over, hit the thumbs up when you get a chance. You know?
Yeah. Why not?
I'm just kidding.
We
But if you
appreciate
do,
that.
we really
Oh, there you
appreciate
go.
it.
So you're finally getting that move on Chipotle, eh? Good for you.
Yeah, well, finally paying off here. We got a couple of parcels in. Our funded accounts. Well, oh, we're gonna crack 7K here on our funded account. Let's take another partial. Right here on CMAG. There it is. Close. 575 shares left. All right, moving nicely there. What screens are you showing? Is it TV? My trays show up annoying in TV, and I like little triangles better. Let me read this again. J-Drex, what screens are you showing? Is it TV? I don't see that part. I understand as far as TV. You can make the triangles bigger if you want to have your triangles bigger. You can. No, so we're using two things, right? I'm using this screen here is our trading terminal. Okay, so when you see this is trading terminal simulator. I'm sorry.
I'm just trying to will Nvidia lower. I went short at VWAP here for a VWAP bounce. So I'm gonna maybe too aggressively, but move my stop to break even. Let's see if we can get lower here. I figure if it comes back, it's probably. Let's go. Low of day is what I'm looking for. Hopefully.
Oh, TV is trade. When you say TV is trading view, gotcha. Okay, I did not know that terminology. Now I know. I learned something. Okay, got you guys. Yep. Gotcha. Thank you for that clarification. All right, Peter, you're short Nvidia. Let's see, man. Low of the day would be nice. 201.53.
The heck? What was that?
Let's see. Yeah, let's do it. We're growing pretty nicely on our Lambos and garbage truck. When we get to, I think we're like 420 members. When we get to 500, I'll do a giveaway of maybe an hour, 2 giveaways of our mentorship. And we'll do it at your time. So we'll do that for Lambos and garbage trucks. I'll give away an hour to 2 winners. So once we hit that milestone, that'll be nice for us. We just started this about 2-3 months ago, and it's been really nice. You guys get access to tons of videos, Andrew's recaps, and just for showing the support, we'll definitely do an hour mentorship giveaway. So we'll do that once we do that. I'll let you know once we get there. So thank you for those that have joined already. Really appreciate you guys. I noticed my balance drop a little, perhaps. Yeah, Sam, my balance dropped too on the funded account because we put in we added
commissions.
Commissions. Yeah.
Added commissions.
Yeah. So
So they
mine.
added a commission calculation, and
Yeah.
and then it depends on how many trades you took, right? Because the commission
Yeah.
obviously is by trade. So, because
Yeah.
some people are, and Andrew's talking about that right now in the chat room, in fact, because
Yeah.
some people are saying the same thing, right? I had all these commissions. Well, if you made a lot of trades, you could be net profitable across a lot of trades, but
Mm-hmm.
um, you got to remember to factor in those commissions. So, all right, come on, let's go, Nvidia lower. I want the lower
Nvidia
move.
lower, CMG
I'm
higher.
hoping. Yeah, come on,
Let's get
CMG,
this
go for.
done. I think you got a good
Uh,
shot of low of the day, man.
I'm hoping. It looks like it wants to go, but it's not. It's like you said, everything's a little sluggish here. Like the Atlas, the level 2 information looks like it wants to go lower. We got a ton of shares sitting at 200. So it'd be nice for it to push through here, but it's got to get through, of course, the whole dollars 202, 201. I don't know. We'll see. I will just wait and see.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll see what happens here. And now we're getting a bounce back again. Oh, so I know I was catching some flack the other day for talking about appliances too much, but let me
Mm,
talk appliances for a second.
yeah.
So I've got the app now. I've got my dishwasher Wi-Fi connected to my phone, so I can see what my dishwasher does. This is admittedly the first time I've bought a new major appliance in like 20 years, so this is all new to me. I know it's old news for most people, but it's crazy. It gives us a whole lot of totally useless stats, right? Water consumptions, energy usage, average time in use. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it doesn't. But we love data, don't we? We just love
Yeah. We
stats.
love data.
So I've got all these stats that are like I can't do anything with them. I don't know what they like. What do they really tell me if you think about it? But it's actually entertaining to look at. The one thing I will say, if I can go on a Peter rant for a second, is my old dishwasher. It was a Bosch. It was 25 years old, but the average cycle, if you just put it on normal cycle, right? That was it was 85 minutes, which is an hour and 25 minutes. The shortest cycle now, the normal cycle on this new dishwasher is 2 hours and 20 minutes. It's 140
Yeah.
minutes. I'm like, that seems like a really long time. That's more energy efficient than the old one?
Yeah, because there's
Anyways,
lasting that old water longer.
I guess. I don't know, but that's a long
uh,
time. That seems like a long time
yeah.
to wash your dishes. Anyways,
Yeah, it's
whatever. It's
yeah.
all
Same
right. We're
thing.
getting a move here.
Same thing.
I'm hoping. Come on, low of day. Let's go, Nvidia.
And a
Let's
lot of it is the
go.
drying. It's not even the washing, right? It's the drying part. Because if
Yeah,
you take off, mine has the option to take off the drying. And
yeah.
oh yeah, Nvidia low of the day, Peter. You're about to get this. Let's go.
I hope so. Yeah.
Uh,
I've got.
might flush through too. Like if you get the push down here, uh, might flush through. Let's get some orders in here just in case.
Here's just in case anybody you could see my oh, here we go. Come on. I'm there we go.
You
There
got your
you
order up,
go.
Peter. Oh, get that fill. You going in the
Yeah,
partial
gonna
or you're
take
waiting?
that. Gonna take a partial. Just took a partial. So I want to
Very,
because we're
very
right at
nice.
we're right at low of day, so I might as well take some off there.
Yep. Yep.
You can see how I got in and added to the trade. I got in lower than I wanted, but I put a big stop way up above VWAP. Added when we were pulled back up to VWAP. I should have just waited before getting in, but I didn't want to miss the move. So
No, but I think that's the play, man. I think you did it perfectly. Stop above the V up. If it goes above that, that's when this thing is no longer in play, right? And the risk to reward makes sense.
right,
From VWAP over to low of the day. I think you did it right, man. Um, so yeah,
appreciate that. So I'm hoping. Oh wow.
Jay
Andrews,
says,
Andrews, Brian just pointed out 1 month they're going to be in Thailand. Carlos, 1 month you're going to be
yeah,
in Thailand.
yes, it's gonna be awesome, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, that means 1 month I've got to run this show.
Ah,
Oh
you'll be
no,
fine. You'll be
that's
fine. Um,
oh man, 1 month
my
I got lots of
wife
work ahead of me.
is having second thoughts on going though. She is
What? Why?
yeah, she's it's
Leaving the kids, right?
the kids. Yeah, because my parents
Yeah,
are
it's
older,
always
so
leaving the kids.
my parents are
Yeah.
older and they got school, they got other events. So when we go away for a week like that and we both go, it's not ideal.
Right.
So she's having second thoughts.
Have you got a brother nearby, don't you? Or somebody that can come and
He's got
help?
he's got three kids and a little one.
Yeah, I know, but
To give him three more?
uh,
Nah. That's
well,
too
not
much.
give him three more, but set up play dates, just to, more things just he provides help.
Yeah.
Kids are all playing
If it
together.
wasn't during the week, yeah, but he's the one actually doing his PhD, full-time job, and then his wife
Oh
is a
wow.
doctor, where it's just just doing her med school. So she got this 24-hour schedule thing starting out. Doctors, man, I feel for doctors. Like they
Oh
do all this
wow.
work, all this educational stuff. Yes, you're gonna make tons of
Yeah.
money, but man, those first couple of years, your schedule sucks. Like it's so
Yeah,
bad, and
I
she's going
bet.
through that right now as a young doctor. So yeah, and then that was in Florida. So she's having second thoughts, which kind of
Mm.
puts a little bit of strain. She's like, you go. But it's her birthday, the 29th, right?
Oh
So
no, come on, man. You gotta.
we
Yeah.
were trying to go to Hong Kong. We're gonna stay in Hong Kong for her birthday, the 29th, spend the night there, just bug out, and then go to Thailand on the 30th that morning. So trying to make it work, Peter. It's not easy. Not easy. We'll see. All right, friends.
Uh, do you have do you have another family member you can fly into town to say, look, stay at our place, help with the kids,
No,
give them a free trip?
we don't really have a lot of
No?
family here, Peter, because again, my parents are the first one that came from our country, right? So all our families in Dominican Republic. Like my father's the first generation to come here. I was born over there, so the family here is just me and my brothers, right? I got two of them, one in Florida and one here in upstate New York. So it's not really a whole lot. Maybe I could bring them to your house. Talk to your wife.
Well,
Drop them
I
over
was
there.
just gonna say, the other option. How would you guys like to see me sitting in Carlos's chair? I'll just hang out in the
Yeah,
basement.
come hang out over here and
I
sit
can
here. Yeah,
wake up early. I can make lunch or whatever. How awkward would
yeah.
that be for your
Like,
parents? But and the kids, some strange white dude hanging out in the basement.
oh man, that's funny. That's hilarious. Oh, good times, good times.
I get it. My wife was always the same way. It's very stressful. Don't want to leave the kids. You're worried about them. I mean, I don't know how your parents feel about it. If they think, they've got it, or if they're apprehensive, but they need to show confidence, or your wife's gonna just be nervous the whole trip and not enjoy
Oh
herself.
yeah,
So
yeah. Oh no, my parents. Yeah, I think they're great. It's just it's a lot. It's a lot at their age to do three kids. But they're confident. They want to do it. They're like, yeah, leave them. But it's we know the stress level that brings, right? Uh, but yeah, they
well,
want to. So we'll see.
yeah. You guys think I should show up at Carlos's house? Trade
Yeah,
to trade his
you could trade
account?
my
Well, I don't know.
account. Yeah.
I could trade my own account.
No, what you hear? Might as well trade my account. I'm probably gonna
Yeah,
make
just
it grow.
it's just I got to grow my beard longer.
Oh man, good times, good times. Awesome. Yeah, call it the Carlos funded account. Yeah. Oh man. All right. C Meg. I keep calling it C Meg, but it's CMG, which is suppose it's pulling back a little bit here. Don't like what it's doing now, going below 32. We got a couple of parcels in here. Um, really wanted 32.50, but we're not getting that, and so I'm thinking of Yeah, yeah, probably gonna take everything off. I'm not sitting around waiting another hour for this thing to do something. And as far as VWAP breakdowns, do we have anything? Or VWAP breakouts?
Oh my God. What does this
Look,
happen every time? Every
yeah.
time I add into a trade, the stock price pops right above my ad. Every time.
Mm.
Come on. I tried to add into this NVIDIA to get a further move lower, and of course now it immediately
Let's
popped
see.
as soon as I
I have your
added.
screen up. Do you have it up? Can you make it bigger?
Yeah, sure. It's like every single time.
Okay, I see. I
The
couldn't
mar
find which one it was.
the
There it
market
is. Yeah.
the market doesn't like my ads ever. Thought I was adding at a smart part. Move my stop. I figure if it goes up here, right, this will be the area that it had bounced at previously.
Yeah.
So, I did the calculations, made the ad, but now look at it. Now it's just, ugh. Oh
Hopefully
well.
it comes back down and retest
Level,
that low. Even if it's gonna be a
I can
long,
hope
we can
so.
come back and retest that. Double
I hope
bottom on
so.
Nvidia. I don't see a double bottom yet on Nvidia. Unless
I
you're
mean, if you
where?
do a whole day, like a 5 minute chart, then sure, it did do a double bottom.
Oh yeah, from 935.
But
Okay, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay, I see that.
Anyways, we'll see what happens. I'm in it now. It'll either work or it won't.
Yep.
Chipotle, looks like the action's over on
Yeah,
Chipotle.
that was it. That was what we were getting. This was the move. We got to be happy with that because this ticker is, oh my goodness, it's yeah, it's boring. Very, very boring. My stop is higher than break even at this point. Like if I would want to see this right here act as support within this consolidation, we go below that. I'm probably gonna bail. But definitely break even. We're not going nowhere near that break even point. Let's see if this can consolidate, retest these highs, break higher. I just feel like to get that move, we're gonna have to wait so long to get that. And I just am I willing to wait? And I guess we are willing to wait. There's nothing else happening. And right now I'm looking at my list. There's not much going on. How are you guys doing on YouTube? Are you guys in anything right now? What are you guys
Uh,
trading?
Tesla was the VWAP play. Yikes! I really regret finally missing the Tesla short.
Yeah, people are
That's too
short
bad.
meta. Short meta. Beth is saying we're
Yeah.
great. She's not in anything right now. Um, oh, you're waiting with me, Marge Rav. You're waiting with me, CRML. Done. I did TSL short. Very good. CMCSA. You traded that, Dylan. Hold on. CMCSA. This could be a little.
Comcast.
Yeah,
That's
could
one
be a
I
little
don't
tough at
normally
time.
focus on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we've
All right,
got
guys. I see.
Andrew and
Yep.
yeah, Brian
These
joining
guys
us.
hopping
Yep.
on. Friends,
Yep.
reminder,
We're here.
7 p.m., 3:30 tonight, we have the live earnings, me, Peter, and others. And then also tonight, 7 p.m., Trading Terminal. Meet me there for the webinar. So, guys, we'll leave you with Andrew. How you doing today?
I am not doing good, brother.
Peter was telling me, man, it's rough
I
today. Look
was
at this
it was
guy. Who's this?
Yeah.
My
Well,
goodness.
We need.
this is our
yeah.
senior trader, Bull,
Yeah.
Mr. Bull. Brian,
Bring
the
back
Oh,
the
baby
bull.
within Brian. Yeah.
oh my God. That's hilarious, man.
Bring him back the
Awesome,
bull.
Brian. Yeah. Bring back the
Do,
phone.
do you
Looks
have a
like
full
Andrew's the bear
costume?
today.
Does that come with a full costume,
Uh,
like whole body?
yeah,
Oh,
we need the
absolutely.
full body,
But I need
Brian.
someone
We
to
need the
be
full body.
I need someone to be the ass.
That's usually my job.
Uh,
Peter, I don't know if I trust you behind me.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. You got to keep me in sight at all times.
But Carlos, put the sound also in the chat room.
All right,
right.
trade smart, everybody. I'm hanging on to this Nvidia short. We'll see what it does. Looks like I have my stop at the right level, but let's hope we go back and retest low of day. So
Ooh.
Okay, we're getting a bit of a bounce, seems like, on the Qs and the SPY.
Peter, what did you trade? You shorted NVIDIA?
I'm short Nvidia now. It's my first trade on Nvidia today. I was trying to short a Tesla off the open, and I actually did. I mismanaged my trades. The entries weren't bad. The first one was a loss. The second one I chickened out at break even, and it cost me the trade opportunity. So I'm actually sitting on a red day so far. I'm hoping this Nvidia will make some of it up. I did get a good partial at low of day, so I shorted at VWAP, partialed at low of day. I tried to add right in this range now, but now it's just chopping around. So I'm hoping for a move back to low of day. See how it goes.
That's amazing.
So I started out red too. I tried to play CMG Chipotle as a rising devil trade. It did come up to the VWAP, kind of hung around there, so I took a short on it, and it never really pulled back for me. So ended up having to stop out when it went higher. So that kind of sucked. But got back into the green on that thought reversal on the SPY and the Qs that we had at 940. Got got in on an options trade on that. I was using actually the SPX options, and got a really nice move on that. So I managed to get back in the green.
Um,
Like that. Well, we got to, we've got the big day coming up tomorrow, Halloween. I know Peter's going to be sporting something.
I've got a specially acquired outfit for tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to
what is it?
my
Hey,
costume.
What is it, Peter? What
I
is the
can't tell you.
special?
It's a surprise. You'll find out tomorrow.
All right, okay. All right, I'm considering a reversal on Tesla right now. Let's see what's happening. 443. So it dipped below 442. Let me see.
yeah, I'll be going to the tickle trunk tonight. Pull
You're
something
going
out
where?
there. Oh, they you call it the tickle trunk. It's where you keep all your costumes. I
Yeah,
think
that's an
that was a
old
Mr. Dress Up
kid
thing.
show, Canadian kid show, Mr. Dress
Yeah,
Up. Yeah.
yeah. Sounds a little creepy.
Like Meta is really bad. All right, so Tesla is some bottom price action. I want to take a reversal on it. But I'm pretty down. Like it's a bloodbath, unfortunately, in my account right now. So I had a really big loss on Meta and a big loss on Tesla. So $79,000 loss so far. But let's see if we can actually get this long right now on it. 444. Would have been nice to get to 440, but let's see if you can, get this 5-minute candlestick is going to close somehow as a doji. Nice. No, I agree with you, John. I think in the long term, I go to 440 because it's also the daily moving averages and it looks like really lost it. But that's another 1% down. But let's see if we can get this one to 446 at pullback. So that candlestick closes as a doji. So this one is as a doji now. If it makes a higher high, higher low, maybe we get a chance to test 446. Would be a 920 to the short side. Even if it's a 920 to the short side, we're gonna on the 2-minute chart, 446 is still a good place to wait for. Now 5-minute is making a higher highs.
Got back long SPY. I'm just using some options. Here we go. Oh, nice.
Oh, there you go, 446. Come on, come on, come on. Give me that 446. 50.
Yeah, everything's moving up a bit. That's good.
Hmm.
I have no
All right,
idea. I
now,
mean, you saw, yeah, if you're, asking about Apple and Amazon, who knows? I mean, look what happened, last night. All three beat top and bottom line, but Google was the only one that popped up. The other two, Meta, really sold off. So you just don't
nice.
know.
Oh,
And
beautiful,
oh, you got a nice
beautiful.
move on that. Yeah,
Nice.
I'm getting a nice move up here on the SPY, and gonna take some off here.
All right, 447. Yeah.
Nvidia is coming back up here as well. Yeah, so I mean, to me, I just feel like making a bet on. Talked about this last night. Making a bet on earnings is just gambling. Because you just don't know. I mean, some people were saying Meta's numbers weren't good enough. They were good, but not good enough. Some thought it was capital concerns about the capital spending they were going to be doing because they piled on more. Here we go with a little bit more on the SPY. Take some off here. Yeah, exactly. You just don't know, and that's and I say in my swing trade book, one of my rules is I generally don't do swing trades through on earnings because it's just feels like a casino bet, roulette wheel.
I'm
I
gonna get a
guess if
long
you are
on
gonna
Meta.
if yeah
Sorry,
if you
Brian. I'm
are
gonna
gonna
get a
take
long on
a
Meta,
trade, yeah
664.
yeah go ahead. Yeah, I mean if you are gonna play earnings, the best way to do it is with options. Because if you have options, if you're using options, at the very least you can define how much you're gonna willing to lose.
So I'm gonna get long on Meta, see if Meta can squeeze it back above the VWAP. Definitely Meta doesn't want to go much lower. My average on Meta is 664. Tesla Tesla is now doing a short 920. So he's hitting the 20 moving average. But the 5 minute seems pretty bullish right now. So I'm still holding a little bit on Tesla.
Yeah, I've taken a small position on Tesla I've actually taken a swing trade on this.
For a long
So
or
this
for a
is
short?
this is for a long, yeah.
All right, if Brian goes long, you have to add a little bit more here for 45, 41.
It's a swing trade, so I'm not looking for a big move today. And it's a small position. I might add to it depending on what it does tomorrow. Because generally speaking, I like to wait a couple days for the dust to settle on these, but it just got sold off so much there. All right, so SPY kind of just stalled here at pretty close to high of day. Not
Metrics.
surprising.
Very
Yeah,
fast.
Tesla's doing a really, this is a
Mm.
beautiful 920 on Tesla.
Yeah, and a short, yes.
Yeah, so let's see what it does on this pullback. Sometimes these pullbacks are more shallow. They don't if it doesn't retest this,
I got
if we
out of
find a
Tesla.
bottom somewhere, if we find
I'm
a
a stop
bottom
out of
somewhere
Tesla.
right around here. Yeah, I was thinking going long right here isn't a bad um, trade because you know where you're going to stop out.
Yeah, I got to stop that on it. I added on and my average came at the break even, so I got out of it for now. Let's see what Meta is doing. Meta rejected the VWAP.
What does Tesla look like right now on Atlas?
It's big bid for 44 that it wants to go back.
Yeah, there's some other bids down there, 442, 443, 442.50. I don't know. This is an area you could go long with a very tight stop. Yeah, I'm going to try 100 shares here at $44, 444 just for a laugh. And
For long,
stop out. Yeah, for a long. We'll stop out at if it goes below 443. Just a small bet here that it just might hold in this area.
I think 440 is a good chance to get there, like as John mentioned. But it was
Yeah,
a beautiful 920 short. Somebody in the chat mentioned that 920 on short. Somebody was
yeah, it
who
was a
was
nice setup.
RD was said that RD
Yeah,
R-
it was a really nice setup for a 920. He had a long descent, which kept the moving averages apart, and then yeah, that bounce came right up to the 20, and then rejected there.
I think 440, I'm gonna take a big position on Tesla for long, like big, like I put my whole life on it.
You mortgage your house.
Mortgage my house, anything. Brian, do you have some cash to lend me? And then I'll put in the 440 Tesla.
There you go. Sure.
So there is a movie on Netflix released yesterday. It's called The Ballad of a Small Player by Edvard Berger. Edvard Berger is a very good director, and every trader should see that movie. It's about the story of a gambler that is really hitting rock bottom, and you have to watch that that show. That's Every Trader, Ballad of a Small Player. Edward Berger is really one of my favorite directors. So this is on Netflix, The Ballad of a Small Player. So it's about how the gambling addiction that he has, and it's just so relevant to traders. So you have to watch that movie. I'm surprised that it has such a low rating. And of course, Colin Farrell is a legend, the way that he's acting. Um, so if you want to see how you can hit the rock button on gambling, because casino gambling with trading gambling is very, very similar. So, um,
Ballad, what is it? Ballad of a small player.
small player.
Hmm. Yeah. So far, this trade is not doing much of anything.
Um,
Still some big orders down there that I'm not liking a lot. But we do have a big order at 446, so Tesla's really fighting to hold this level here.
all right, so Qs are going downside. This
Yeah,
garbage. Oh,
getting
fuck,
it.
man, I'm
I'm
still on Meta. Shit, I forgot. I'm getting out of Meta, guys. I totally forgot that I'm still long on Meta. Scott, yeah.
SPY just bounced off the view app. Yeah, Atlas is telling me this Tesla is going lower, so I'm going to get out of it. 443.40.
Tesla, I'm telling you, Tesla 440. Tesla 440. We have 8 minutes to the show if you can
Yeah,
get there. 440. I'm gonna put my order actually at 440. Are you in this with me? I'm gonna put how much is it? 442. I'm gonna put 10,000 shares at 440. Are you in there? Like that's 4.4 million.
let me just see here. 440.
Like, I mean, worst case scenario, they're gonna make a movie out of me. The
The big
Ballad of
short,
a Small Trader.
the big long. Yeah, 440 kind of does look like an interesting level. Was the open on was pretty close to the open on Monday.
Nvidia rejected the
Right.
Meta is now going down. Like the whole market is really weak right now.
Yeah.
I think the news was like Jay Powell yesterday said that no, don't count on us too much on another rate cut.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he basically just said, we're going to wait and see, but don't count on a cut.
He said the exact wording was driving in a fog. He said, "What do you do when you're driving in a fog? You slow down." So he said, "We're driving in a fog right now. We don't know what is ahead of us." Driving in a fog.
IWM is actually green on the day. So is the Dow. So small caps seem to be holding up a little bit. The big loser here today is the Qs, down 1%, and the SPY down about 0.5% right now. So it's not a, I don't, there isn't real a sense of panic here. It's more of a sort of feel like it's a profit taking more than anything.
Right.
All of these stocks have been are pretty rich valuations. I mean, you look at PLTR, for example. What is the PE is like 550. Uh, 650, sorry. I think Tesla's up there too. $300 roughly. Yeah, well, they've been okay, but they just haven't been. They just haven't. I mean, Google really blew out their earnings, and that's why it gapped up. But you know, when you're priced for perfection, anything less, you know, usually gets your price knocked down a bit here. Tesla's trying to find another support level here at 442, but the Qs are continuing to leak off here.
Oh, situation is bad on Meta as well. Meta is really selling off.
Yeah, CRML is having a pretty decent day. Look at that, Rigetti, your quantum stocks are in the green too. Rigetti's green, QBTS is just barely green.
All right,
Oh,
so
okay,
Tesla.
LO actually went green. So uranium stock's doing okay.
OKO is actually nuclear energy,
Yes.
which is kind of uranium. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, CRML is pretty decent. Critical metals.
Yeah, this you may not get to 440 on Tesla. What time is it? 10:59, huh?
Yeah. There's a few orders building to the upside on Tesla right now, and
Yeah.
see on Atlas.
Yeah, 443 is very bullish on 443. I think it's really we're getting some sort of a bottoming price action for sure. Somebody said why 440? I think 440 is in the daily chart is really near region of a moving average.
Yeah,
Plus is a round
it's kind of
number.
where, and it's kind of where we started the week. And then there is some sort of levels if you look back a bit that seem to be resistance and support around there.
CHWY, Chewy to acquire Smart Equine, expanding leadership in equine health category. That's Charlie Hotel Whiskey Yankee, CHWY.
CHWY. Chewy.
Oh, Chewy, yeah.
What do they do, Chewy? Is it a chewing company?
No, it's a
Chewy is
it's a
dog
pet
food.
food company.
It's a dog food, huh?
Yeah,
No,
pet food.
I see. So it is a chewing
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
company.
pet
they have
company.
they're like the Netflix of dog food. You can go on their website and order like everything and
Well,
it gets delivered right to your house.
yeah, like
Netflix,
the Amazon of
like Walmart is a better use. Netflix
commerce.
is a movie.
No, I mean it's a
Walmart.
subscription base. You go in there and pick what you want, and it just sends you the same food every single month by subscription for your
Oh,
animal. So it's not like Walmart where you go and just buy it. It actually like is on a subscription. So you're like every month you get a bag of dog food and some chewies and some toys and you get little
oh,
bags. Yeah.
good. Well, do you have dogs,
Super
Joe?
overpriced, by the way. Super overpriced, for the record. I have one dog. It's a golden retriever mixed with a poodle. So they call them labradoodles, or no, golden doodles.
All
So
right. So we'll hand it over to Mr. Poodle, owner. Yeah. So I had a pretty bad day, guys. Really, really brutal day for me. So it was a bloodbath, unfortunately. So if later during the day I might take a reversal on Tesla, but it looks like Tesla it might not really get into to that. So all the best, guys. Thanks everybody. See you tomorrow
There was a
with
there
custom.
was a question
With
in the room.
customers.
There was a question in the room for you, Andrew, about the term that joining the funded trading account. If you wanted to catch that.
Yeah, so what was the question? So the funded account, guys, you can join it. So the rules are there. It costs $2.99. We apply the commission, has always been the case. So the commission is same as Interactive Brokers. And for the people who had before this, we'll give you 3 resets, 3 strikes and out. So if you are more than 3 resets, then you're not eligible. But I think very few people have this issue right now of number of resets because majority of them are hit max loss. So read the account rules and if you have any question, email me. There's a lot of emails like I have to answer about the commission because we applied yesterday. So it's retroactive, guys. So from the last reset that you had, from the beginning of that, and from now on, you see the commission. So if your strategy is based on high frequency trading, just in and out all the time for like 10 cents, 20 cents, $1, then it doesn't work because you see the commissions. And yeah, if there's any other question or issues, email in the mention that in the support tab or email me. We'll forward it to the team. It seems that some people have this problem of the funded account was not showing the correct number. Well, we'll fix it. I think there are a couple of people. If you had cancellation before and you sign up again, that was we created a new account and it didn't show the correct one. But we're fixing it today by the end of today. So the payout is. After 3 months, like after 3 months, we review your numbers, data, and if it's like you send the PayPal through the PayPal. I think that is the main thing. So yeah, and then we'll give it 3 resets. So Mike is asking me, like we discussed in the chat room, like okay, 3 resets, like because the number of resets has to be something that we have to decide. It was 2, but now we give it 3 resets. It's not a problem.
Exactly. And for everyone out there they're saying your realized P&L has changed. This is what Andrew's talking about. They applied the comms retroactively. I need to make this statement for everybody. This is the best thing Andrew has ever done for you. Like propping up your ego by letting you see unreal, like real shit without commissions is not going to do you any justice whatsoever. You're just going to feel amazing. Then you're going to start trading for real and you're not going to make any money. Andrew could lie to you. He could leave this alone, just let you do your thing and it would be fine, but he's not. He's actually putting himself kind of risk here and saying, no, I need to make sure that these traders have a real experience in trading. So hats off, just kudos, boss. Once again,
Yeah, Thor,
you're
it's
just
amazing that people are now shocked because oh man, like all the profits are gone, like thousands of profits, like and yeah, of course that's the real trading. You think you figure this
yeah.
thing out, click, 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 you make money. Real trading is like that. You have to really see all the commissions, all the fees, all the things. It's kind of things. Trading is hard. What were you thinking? You're really thinking it's that easy? Trade 1.6 million share for $5,000 profit? Of course, you're gonna, be negative on that after commissions.
Yeah.
This is the reality of it, and it's okay if you want to cancel. I understand that, but it's reality of the trading is that you have to have, it's like a business. So hand it over to you, Thor. Thanks for reminding this, everybody, and I hope that take this seriously. This is a very serious business. This is like next to the war that actually people killing each other. This is the most dangerous human activity. Financial markets is watch the movie as a ballad of a small player that you see how you can actually go rock bottom in life by gambling addiction or something like that. Hand it over to you. All the best. Ciao.
All the best. Ciao, boss. So, and I understand about some of the opinions on it not being retro and stuff like that. It's just, it's the only way to have done it. You can't really start rolling it forward. They needed to do what they needed to do. And remember when we signed, as we signed, we talk about that there's some beta to this and there's going to be some adjustments. But I promise to all of you, this is something that is being done for you, right? You will get no service, no successful trading learning to trade and work on a trading platform. So kudos again to Andrew. I just think it's always amazing when this guy, business, he's got to put it out there. Okay, we got to do this, people, but it's important. So for everybody else out there, I just want to make, hello, YouTube. Good to see everybody. So happy to be hanging with you and chilling out. If we don't mind for just 1 second, I noticed that there are 736 of us watching the show right now, and I'm looking at about 387 likes. So once again, we've either got a whole ton of bots, which thank you, bots. Can we get a bot that also likes, by the way, for whoever's doing the bots? Can we get a bot that also knows how to hit the like button? I mean, if we're gonna have 730 watching, that and it's all bots, at least have them like, right? So we need to think, right? So, Brian, I won't argue with that. Brian, maybe not best implementation, granted. So, I wasn't, involved in that part of it, but you know what I mean. Overall, arcing thing, it's a really good thing for everybody. But I agree with you, maybe, but it's never clean when you try and do this stuff, right? It's never clean. So, ooh. Greetings from South Africa, Max. Yeah, I want to go to South Africa. That would be so much fun. Um, you know, yeah, so hey, Yuri, welcome to Lambos and Garbage Trucks. Good to have you sign up. For anyone who's interested. One of the great things, you get bonus material being a member of Garbage Trucks and Lambos. All the BBT moderators we have short videos of our concepts that we've been doing just for Garbage Trucks and Lambos. Right. So, you know what I mean? So it's a good thing to be also when we do our drawings like book or membership or mentoring. Whenever we do these drawings, Garbage Trucks and Lambo, or generically Lambos and Garbage Trucks, I always say it backwards because I'm more on the garbage truck than the Lambo side, I think. So a good spot. Thor, is the live squawk on Trading Terminal? Yep. Yes. Real time, real time, not so much, but it's not with delay. It's coming in the speed in which it's supposed to come into, if that makes sense, Ellie. It's coming in as it should be, but there's always a delay, right? There's always a bit of a delay. So let me tell you about my day. So actually, let me start off with yesterday. Anybody here when we called copper yesterday on YouTube? So I was if I can find it. There we go. So yesterday I put into practice something that I've been working on for a while. I don't know if you have noticed in my trading lately that I am kind of becoming a little less obsessed about just the 4Rs, and I'm now trying to capture more of these moves. As I gain kind of confidence in the system, continue to see it perform, it just doesn't make sense to do anything else, right? So you can see here, when we got the call, we were already at R3 and already at R6. Our ATR high was at the top of the box. And we were looking like we could possibly sell because our candles that were buying with good volume were truncated or in wiki. So I went ahead and went short and threw my stop, but that was a little wide. So it came back down and it came and reoffered. I went ahead and went out, capturing a pretty good amount of profit on 2 contracts of NQ. That's 800. So that's a pretty solid amount. But then I went, which covered my next trade. I re-entered here. This time just threw my stop above high of day. Similar RVR, but this time I targeted R4 and then held all the rest for the CP. So I hit 1 at R4, which was about 13 or 1400. And then the rest went down to R6. I know I don't have, for some reason, when I show on my map, all you get is this little square, and I don't really have a better way of doing that right now. Let me see if I can figure something out. I could annotate. No. Anyway. So can you see that pointer at all? No. Yeah, I'm on a different I'm on my travel system, so I don't have Epic Pen on this. But anyway, I'm not on Trading View. I'm just on a picture. So, but anyway, you can see I shorted here, and then I covered here. I re-shorted here, stop above right here, and then covered here and there. So ended up, full disclosure, I was also short gold from pre-market off of R4. So between the 2 days, yesterday I had my single best trading day, profit-wise, ever. So it was a really, really lovely day. And I had and it actually it came on the back of having I covered. I took profit because I'm short. When you buy a short, you're not buying. So this is a little bit of a market vernacular here. So when you're in short and you buy, you're not buying, right? You're returning to the broker. You're covering your short, right? So that's market vernacular, right? So just so you'll hear that a lot, right? So if you're buying, right, when you cover, yeah, you know what I mean? So when you're buying, you sell, but when you short, you cover, if that makes sense. So just a little market vernacular there. So I ended up having a really just solid crush. I'll show you on this trade actually. The buy sell indicator shows volume deviation. So notice here as the trade pushed up, look at the buy sell indicator. It stays flat under the buy line. So the volume as it's pulling back up is disingenuous. It's a reoffer. So you can actually tell as we're reoffering, we're not picking up. Look at when we bought before, look what happened, right? We were way up here, even flatlining, right? And then we sold. And then as we pulled back, we just flatlined. Also, for everyone, I did want to shout that out. Brendan, thank you for bringing that up. I wanted to remind everybody, remember the trade Dr. V took yesterday on RTY. Guess who did hit her target? Right? Remember we were talking about holding and what happens if she takes the profit now? Well, A, she's not going to hit her target. And B, every time she takes a subsequent trade, now she's going to have the mentality, maybe I should get out early. She reinforced the good behavior there and was rewarded for it. So kudos to Dr. V. Since she's not on, make sure you're following her on her social media. Her Instagram. Make sure you're she's on like LinkedIn, I think, and these others. Like, we got to make sure. I think we need to make sure that it's Dr. Vanessa Charland. So I believe that's her. But I mean, it's really, really important as traders that we really support and prop up the people who are really bringing us the most important content, right? So I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but I think since Dr. V has been a part of the community, the Bear Bull Traders community, I believe I have seen absolutely a shift in my own personal performance. I give a lot of credit where credit's due. It's pretty awesome, right? So we need to really make sure she does not have a book yet, although I think she should. It's just pretty awesome. So make sure you're following her, make sure you're supporting her when her content comes out, make sure you're really giving it, because it's really important, that we prop this up. And I don't know how many of you know trading coaches that are actual PhDs, right? Books that resonate what she says, Livermore, Wyckoff, Dalton, Douglas, I'm naming authors, Hogard, Sakota. So, I mean, are all authors. I think Dr. V is like I think only Andrew and Dr. V financial code. What's that? So yeah, I think Dr. V is like a 70s, 80s trader, like Born Again or something. Oh, the PhD. Yeah, I know, right? Dude, financial code. Mine's like AA. Like associate's degree. No one ever puts AA Thor Young, right? Like no one ever does that, you know? Mm. So, oh, that's funny. What's up, brother? So, but anyway, yeah. So I just think it's really important that we make sure we're doing all that. To get to the cam indicators, Camaria pivot plays, you just go to the indicator, like your indicators page, and type in Camaria pivot plays. It should pop right up. If not, you might have to go to the website and then add it and then save it and then reopen your platform. But it should just come in. So now let's flip to today. So today, yesterday ended up. Sorry, let me finish off the story. So yesterday ended up being an amazing day, right? My best trading day, hands down. So, and what's interesting about yesterday comes on the back of about 6 or 7 of my best trading days I've had this month. So now what's ironic is I'm going to close out October with the last 3 days have really skewed my stats in the positive direction a little bit. But still, I'm probably going to close off October sub 50% on my hit rate. But my profit rate on October versus September is about 200 to 300%. So it's a really big difference. Cam updates after this weekend. There should be an update coming in after the weekend. Unless we find an issue, but right now so this next update is going to be the alpha version of the cams. Everything we've done up till now, Humorous, has been beta, right? I've been going through, I've been developing, fixing it, making it just like the book. So it was the purest, best version they could be. And on this dev version, I've been running it like yesterday, we only had 3 calls. All 3 calls worked, right? So today, our only calls we had was first off a glorious call on Tesla. If anybody knew why Tesla was struggling to go up, it is a higher narrow range and it opened under S4. Tesla is a textbook S4 breakdown today. I said half of the mentees in my private trading group took this trade. Right? It's an absolutely flawless S4 short. Right. I actually had so much fun this morning. I had one of my traders that I was working with was short in NQ because that's where I made mine. So we opened really, really weak on NQ and reoffered S4. So I tagged the short here right near S4 and threw my stop right above. I got over $1,000 on the drop. That was my 4-to-1 target and made over $1,000. Ha! Right? Done. So we hit the target, but my buddy, my mentee was in this position and his target was S6. And I had so much fun this morning. I bet people could have heard me 3 doors down because I'm sitting there with my boy just going, hold on, don't cut that trade. Like, hold the trade, hold it, hold. Like, I'm just saying, like, we're just do it. And then he hit his target, man. And we're just all just like, yeah. I mean, it was so much fun, right? It was so much fun, but not because we're making money, but because we're honoring the process, right? Because we're doing what we're supposed to do the way we're supposed to do it. And it feels good, right? Even, and it was, yeah, Gabby, right? That's my boy, Gabby, right? So he crushed. So anyway, we were so happy. So I got my target, he got his target, but Tesla was Tesla was the call du jour, right? This was the call du jour today, right? We had it squeezed right to S4, offer it beautifully at the open, and if you didn't get it then, it came up and gave you another chance. Right? For me, I would have got short here. I would have put my stop at 455.25, right? Because you never want to run it at the institutional. Throw it up above the next quarter in case it wicks. Sure enough, it wicked, didn't hit the quarter, came down, offered short again if you didn't get it the first time. I mean, let's go. So this ended up being a beautiful short. So the VPA here on this reoffer, look again on the buying and selling indicator. We opened up with a good minute of buying, but we immediately sold. And then as we started to buy, you can see it's pretty weak rise on that buy. It didn't like exceed or explode. And then look as we go short right there. Look at that weak pullback. As we're pulling back on that reoffer, look how flat that is, right? And then we make a new low. Beautiful short spot. You could have reshorted there. You could have shorted there. All you had to do is not run your stop too tight, right? That's the only thing you had to do. Just let this thing breathe. It's got, Tesla's got a $20 ATR right now, right? Just let it breathe, right? Yep. Apple ran out R6 again and then completely failed R6 and went R6 to S3. That's right, buddy. And then my buddy, so financial code here, by the way, who's chatting in here is one of my Padawans. And so we were when he actually went long at S6 after this pin bar formed, and then we resisted the sell. So Camaria pivot plays. So anyway, I'm having a really nice week. I think I've done better maybe in the past month than but the thing that's really resonating with me, right, is that we're not getting like, so I want to go back to kind of the Andrew thing with the adding the comms, right? The new indicate hopefully after the weekend, Devin. We yeah. So what was I gonna say? I blanked. Oh yeah. So the thing, like, I'm really, the thing that Andrew, I think, really did that really helps everybody so much, adding the commissions thing. You guys do not know like how big of a deal that is. Like, there are so many traders that are in sim right now, and you are seeing success in your sim, but your sim does not calculate commissions. And no knock to DAS, right? But DAS does not properly calculate commissions. So like, even if you go in and actually configure the commissions, they will not come out correctly. And you, so if you're yeah, and sim does not do commissions in TV. Agreed, Allison. Right? So we so humorous, widen the stops. You know what I mean? Widen the stops. Like for real, let it breathe. Don't be afraid to go for a wider stop and go for a bigger target. Just get bigger. Right? If your daily ATR, like on NQ, the daily ATR is 390 handles. You know what I mean? I want 300 handles. You know what I mean? I want like a good chunk of that. So there's no reason for you to stick. This is my grandfather here. My grandfather used to always say, "Don't trip over dollars trying to pick up dimes." Right? You're thinking too small. Right? Your chart is too zoomed in. Right? You maybe have too many indicators. You know what I mean? Get your, as Dr. V says, get your chart naked. Take everything off you don't need, right? And then zoom out, right? And let that, if like, again, on Tesla's a perfect example today. Right? Jonathan, I don't know if oh, sorry, someone said higher narrow range. I missed that one. Does higher narrow mean short? No. Higher narrow means inside or outside. So on narrow ranges, we expect to go outside the range. So we're going to go out of the fours. On wide ranges, we're going to go inside. Right? So can I, James, and everyone who's asking about the comms? Yesterday, I mirrored my trade in 6 accounts. Okay? I took 1 contract of gold, 2 contracts of copper, So just on the one positioning between the two, right? I think I made, so I'm just going to say what the one position was, and I'll let y'all do the math, right? So between the two positions, I netted just shy of 10, maybe a little over actually. My commissions on the entire thing, if I added up all of the accounts together, was less than $50. So you're talking about $50 worth of commissions. When you're trading, you will make the most when you do the least. Pareto principle, right? The vast majority will come from the vast minority. This is my October, right? Lowest hit rate by hundreds of percent, my highest profit, right? I'm doing less than I've ever done. I'm taking less trades. I'm hitting less of them. I'm admitting it, full disclosure, right? I'm taking less trades and I'm hitting less of the trades that I'm taking. Smaller trades, smaller hit rate. There's no way this can work. Or is this the only way it works? There was a time I ran. My buddy Syed here is putting it out correct because he's been with me for quite a while. There was a time where I had a 92% hit rate. I went 2 years without having a red day. Any of you claim that one? I went 2 years almost without a red day. I didn't make any money. 2 years, more or less, just surviving. Break even, break even. You know how high of a hit rate you can have when you're unwilling to take loss, right? You can have an incredible hit rate when you're not willing to take loss. Bag hold it if you need to, right? As long as it gets positive, it's a good hit rate, right? Move to break even, move it to 0.5. It's still a winner. It just doesn't make money. And that's the question you have to ask yourself. What's more important to you? Being right or making money? Do you want to be right and feed your ego and play this little game? Or do we want to make money? We want to make money. Right. I knew to so I've been trading this trading system for a very long time. Right. So the reason it didn't call was because it was a wider range. But the order book and the volume were conducive with a movement to S6. So, but that is why I ran it tight and I didn't target past S6. I would have cut it S6 either way. Because it was an S6 long because of the wide range. It should have bounced at S6 and it did. So Tom Hogard, for anyone who has not read Tom Hogard, best loser wins. I heard an analogy from one of my mentees actually that I really liked, who used to play some baseball. And you do realize, like, anybody know what Babe Ruth's batting average was? Go to my Instagram, Thor Young BBT, and there's a link in there that'll get you to all my mentoring stuff. Anybody got a Google bot on them real quick and can type in what Babe Ruth's hit rate was? You're putting question marks. Let's find out. I think it was like 0.3 and change. 0.342. Thank you, everybody. 0.342. What's 0.342? Is that 3.5 out of 10? Is the greatest to ever do it only hit 3 out of 10? It's, for the record, it's amazing for baseball. It's one of the best to ever do it. Only had a 3 out of 10. King Griffey Jr. King Griffey Jr.'s career batting average. 0.284. Are you guys smelling what I'm cooking right now? It's not about frequency, it's about quality. Right? High frequency is not going to get you anywhere ever. It's always the Pareto principle. It's always the majority from the minority. No matter what it is throughout life, be aware, right? When you care, when you're in a relationship, when you have friends, the majority from the minority. You don't need 400 friends, you need 2 or 3, right? When you're mine are the ones by Bruzdex. They're called Camarilla pivot plays, right? When it comes to life, when it comes to your finances, when it comes from everything, right? It's always going to come through that way, right? I use the tool is called Replicanto. By the way, so as you're going through and you're developing, this is one of the reasons why this commission structure change is so amazing for you, right? I know it's hard and it's not fun to see the profits go away, but they weren't your profits. So get over it, right? They just took back the money that wasn't yours in the first place. You were getting a free bump for your ego that was not going to help you, right? What has happened now is you're now seeing what you've actually been doing, right? So I wouldn't be upset because it went retroactive. It should be retroactive, right? You didn't earn that money, right? There were commissions. You just didn't pay them, right? So I know it's like not fun. I think maybe a better email or something maybe to let everybody know what was going on. Sure, granted, right? So, but absolutely you can use the replicator on funded accounts. You can use the replicator on anything. I'm running my replicator. My replicator, I have 3 personal brokerages. I have one through IBKR, I have one through Ninja, and I have one through Tradeovit, which is the one you're seeing here. And then I replicate those into 4 different funded accounts right now. So every trade that I take replicates through is technically 7 accounts trading at the same time. And actually, I believe today I'll have qualified another one because I had one in eval. You can do equities in Replicanto, but be careful, because if you have to be a little cautious. You have to work through the setup a lot more because you have to get it to differentiate, which is a little bit of a pain. Every loss that I take is 7R, and every win that I have is the 4 times multiple at minimum. There are equity prop firms out there. I have one, Tim, that I'll recommend to you, but not here. Could you send me a DM through the, you know, just send me a DM or a email? Unfortunately I won't publicly shill for props while we're on. But it's just one R, right? So it is 7R, but it's just one R, right? I'm risking one R. It's not actually 7R. It's one R. Corey. So Corey, good one. So Tim, you don't have to email me now. I was gonna do one of those cheeky little trade the pool, or something like that. But it didn't. I just wasn't going to. Nice pig. You got the Tesla. Yeah, buddy. Tesla. Bam. Get it, buddy. At Thoryoung BBT. All of this is these cams are all my pivot. It's Camaria Pivot Plays by BruzzX. BBT, not BDT. BBT. It's Bald Brothers Trading is what BBT stands for. Bald Brothers. BS is not the buy sell detector is not currently available for public consumption, but if all things go well with our stuff, I'm hoping it'll be out after the weekend. We're deploying things a little bit differently. So because we have kind of a suite of different indicators now that are all available to make it easier, we're building a page for them so everyone can get to them. And we're also going to be deploying all of the stuff through that. The new indicator, we're also building a landing page or a landing spot in my Discord. Right. So when you sign up for the newer version of the indicator and what comes out, which will include like the BS and these other ones, it'll gain you access to a what we're going to call access. And basically in that access area, I'm going to be doing the cam call. So the pivot bot is alive and well inside the access area. So even if you don't have trading view, you could actually sign up for the access just to get access to the Discord, and you could still get the calls through there and just see them that way. And if you want to see the whole strategy, you have my book, A Complete Day Trading System. It was linked earlier. And then also we're going to have an access chat in there. And Bruz is actually going to monitor that access chat. So if you have questions about configurations or using the cams, or if you have an issue or an error, or if there's something that breaks or we're having an update, you'll be able to actually reference there now for what's going on with them and how they're going and how all that's going in with like a little thing. And then we're trying to put together a service for you to really get all of this, to really complement kind of the efforts, that we're all doing here. And it also, is going to make it for our guy, make it things fun for our guy Bruz, because then he won't have to mine YouTube trying to answer people's questions. So, and I will definitely always keep a free version of the, like someone asked about monetizing and stuff like that. I don't completely have all sorted out, but I will always keep a free version of the indicator with the cam levels and all of that stuff out for you out there. So I'll never. So for people who have gotten to use those, I'm telling you, I'll always keep a free available version of this, so you can at least see where the cams are, and what potential plays are available. Um, so uh, but I'm trying to put some stuff together otherwise to make things, for the people who really want to have the access. It'll be there. So my pleasure. So, if the thoughts on monetizing, for the record, um, as I am approaching that idea, not on the indicator but on the other stuff, and the reason is for Bruz. You guys don't understand. Bruz has like so many hours into this, right? And so we got to give him a lot of he needs some coffee. You know what I'm saying? So, and he's putting support. He's going to actually start monitoring that support. We're also building new indicators too. We're already working on some new ones. We're working on an auto trend line right now, right? So we're working on an auto trend line drawer that we're going to mirror off of what we're trying to figure out how V draws trend lines, and so we're working on building an auto trend line drawer. We also are working on helping my buddy Rob develop it's a trade a trade. It's what are we saying? Automatic trade review system. So we're actually working on building a portal so that you can go into trading view and you can put custom tags into your trades, and then and put custom tags into your trades, and then run your export file, and you'll be able to upload that into our portal. And then the portal is going to give you scatter plots and all kinds of different stuff and break it all down and actually review your trades for you. Right. So it'll be an automated trade review system, basically. So you can just log in, upload your tagged trades, and it'll spit out what your hit percentages are, what your trends are. We have like a scatter line that shows like what your max profit could have been, but what you ended up taking, like all kinds of different cool things. Because this is actually we're working on this to work with to help me with some of my menteeing, because trade reviewing takes a lot of time. So we're working on this. We already got the whole portal created. We're just working on the custom tagging and stuff like that, and which tags we want. And we have to create a document so that when you use it, you know how to tag your trades, because it requires some effort from you, because you have to go in there and actually like tag the trades. And but like if you use them with a playbook, you can tag the playbook, and then it'll tell you which playbook is performing the best for you. So if you have two or three different trades, this would actually tell you, should you trade? Should you, maybe you shouldn't even be using this trade, or you're using this trade, but you only capture 1R when you should be capturing 4R or 3R or 8R. Like it'll show you what your maximum efficiencies are. So really fun stuff. I'm so blessed to have these like really creative people with me. Um, and we're working on just creating the coolest tech possible. I mean, Andrew's creating this amazing atlas and all this other big tech and this crazy stuff. So we're just trying to peck away at some of the small stuff, that just helps the average trader, get through and do what they do. Oh, that's a weird a segue. We can do that. Uh, Intermittent fasting. I got a couple minutes. I can talk about that. We can do a little biohack. Um, so intermittent fasting. So when um I want to introduce you to somebody. Hello, old me. So I don't know how well you guys can see the picture through just my little top square here, right? But that is almost 300-pound me. Considering right now I weigh about $175, right? And keep in mind I'm 6'2", right? So it's it's not like I'm short, right? But wasn't really focusing on myself. You know what I mean? So when I started really wanting to try and lose when I started trying to lose weight, I found it impossible. My head was so clouded and so many different things weren't working. And I actually had a BBT member who's from India, and his name was Sunil, and um, he comes up, he's talking to me, and he's like, "There is this tried and true method that we've been using in India since the dawn of time." I'm like, "Yeah, what's that?" And he goes, "Not eating." And I just laughed my butt off, right? And he's like, "No, but seriously, like more specifically, intermittent fasting." Right. And he said, "Hey, Yogesh, good to see-" I have had so many people, especially, I I have met I mean, I'm a blessed person. I meet beautiful people everywhere I go. I have found so many of the people that I have met from India are the warmest, most generous, like, people I've ever met. And I've met some warm and generous people. I'm from the South. You know what I mean? But I can't tell you, because I was in IT for well over a decade. And I cannot tell you how many times my butt was saved. Someone from India, man. My God, I love those people. Um, but anyway, he said try intermittent fasting. And then he said it's not super complicated. So, and I still do the same regimen every day. On most days, I run a 16-hour fast. How many hours? 16. I also do 72-hour fasts once every 3 months, right? So and I'll kind of tell you about both of those, right? So the first one is the first fast, which is my everyday. I normally stop eating at around 6 p.m. to 7 p.m., and I won't eat again till 11 o'clock the next day. Right? So 72 hours every 90 days. Gianluca, you know it. So no atrophy whatsoever. No atrophy. Dude, I got no atrophy. Right? We're not worried about that. So what it does, everybody, it 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 makes me sleep so good. I sleep so much better. I think so much clearer. I look younger. That picture I showed you was from 9 years ago, 8 years ago. I look younger today than I did then. Right? I have no cravings. My For any of you who haven't read a good resource I'd really like to recommend, for those of you looking to get into this, get into anything, I would read or listen to an Audible on this book. It is called Fiber Fuel. And it talks about it's a whole book basically about your gut bacteria and cancer and and diabetes. You know, when you're craving sugars because they're fiber fueled. If you're craving sugars, the reason you're craving sugars is because there's bacteria inside of your gut biome that wants sugar, right? They release secretion into your stomach, and it tells you, it makes your brain do things, right? And you're part of having a good diet and being productive is actually about controlling your biome, right? It's a massive part of your day to day, and it is, if anything, responsible. I mean, it's everything to you, right? They're your billions of, you've got more bacteria in your stomach than there are stars in the sky, right? So when you're craving sugar, oh, I definitely eat meat, absolutely, but I eat lots of vegetables, and I love mixed green, kale, quinoa, whole rice, just nothing pulverized, nothing broken down, whole foods. You want to eat whole foods, right? Even if you get lettuce, don't get shredded, get whole, right? No kidney stones. No way. I drink way too much water. I drink. I don't know. I mean, I drink so much water. I'm not vegan. No, I love meat. I Wagyu especially. I grew up on a hog farm. But yep, I eat carbs. Absolutely. You got to have carbs. Can't move without them. Can't gain muscle without protein. Got to have carbs. Got to have all that. There's no hunger control. Intermittent fasting will control your hunger. Once you get used to it and you're eating properly, you will do well. But it's about balance. And a word I like to use, caloric density. Eat things that have high density and low calories, right? A steak, right, is high density, low calories, right? You could eat an entire head of lettuce and you will stuff yourself, right? High density, low calories, right? So, Muhammad, 1000%, stay away from refined carbs, right? Bread, pastas, not made in Italy. Pastas made in Italy are a different game. You don't gain weight when you eat those. I don't know why. It's just different, right? But all the processed crap that you're getting in the States, especially. I eat a normal sized dinner. Yeah, I eat pretty big dinners. I eat pizza for dinner every cup few. I mean, I don't have like a really strict diet. I just really don't have a lot of portion control, and I exercise heavily. Sourdough is the bomb. If you're gonna make bread, I love, yeah, eggs, nature's vitamin. You know what I mean? So that's what I break fast with every day. So every day when I break fast, I eat 4 eggs and a cup of yogurt with homemade granola in it. I make my own granola. So, but the fasting controls the hunger. I'm telling you right now, I haven't eaten and it's noon. I haven't broken fast yet. I'm not hungry, right? So it's just not a thing, right? So, but what you'll notice is your everything improves, right? But they're right now they've already come to the conclusion things like Alzheimer's and these other things, these are just higher levels of diabetes, right? If you do intermittent fasting, you're going to shred your diabetes, right? It will fix it. It will put you into remission. Intermittent fasting will do it. You know what I mean? But you need to combine it with vigorous exercise, right? So the other thing I didn't talk to you about is, in the past, oh, let's see if I can get this before I have to sign off. I probably won't make it, but we'll try. Fitness, go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. See all categories. Running. Yep. Okay. In the past 3 years, I have ran 5K over 300 times. I run 2 times a week, and I do physical strength training 3 times a week. And then I walk on my 6th day, and I have 1 full no working out rest day. So, everyone, I really appreciate you coming by. Our guy Nathan will be in here with you tomorrow because I'm actually traveling back, so I don't think I'll be available for YouTube tomorrow unless things get delayed in the airport. So I'll have our guy Nathan on. So anything you want to talk about, spot gamma, book map, any of the technicals, come by and do that. Otherwise, I will look so forward to seeing everybody next week. I hope you all had a great day. Thanks for the fun times. Much love, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.